flesh and I am bone. Rise up, ting ting like glitter and gold. I got fire in my soul. Rise up, ting ting like glitter. Like glitter and gold. Like glitter. Do you walk in the valley of kings? Do you walk in the shadow of men who sold their lives to a dream? Do you ponder the manner of things? In the dark, the dark, the dark, the dark, I am flesh and I am bone. All rise, ting ting like glitter and gold. I got fire in my soul. Rise up, ting ting like glitter. Yeah, like glitter and gold. Yeah, like glitter. Do you walk in the meadow of spring? Do you talk to the animals? Do you hold their lives from a string? Do you ponder the manner of things? In the dark, the dark, the dark, the dark, I am flesh and I am bone. All rise, ting ting like glitter and gold. I got fire in my soul. Rise up, ting ting like glitter. I am flesh and I am bone. All rise, ting ting like glitter and gold. I got fire in my soul. Rise up, ting ting like glitter. 'Cause everybody in the back room spinning out. You don't remember what you're asking for. And everybody in the front room's tripping out. You left your bottle at the door. 'Cause everybody in the back room's spinning out. You don't remember what you're asking for. And everybody in the front room's tripping out. You left your bottle at the door. I am flesh and I am bone. All rise, ting ting like glitter and gold. I got fire in my soul. Rise up, ting ting like glitter. Yeah,
little things.
Oh, so pretty. Hey, we started off the morning. And it is a good morning, I'm guessing. We started off the morning with a little bit of Barnes and Courtney. Or Barnes Courtney? Barnes Courtney. And that's a cadet choice, Glitter and Gold. I like that. That is a song I had not heard until now. And then, of course, back behind that, heard a little bit from the Wanted movie soundtrack. A little tune by Danny Elfman called The Little Things. Curious story about that actual song. He wrote it. He scored the movie Wanted. And he kind of wrote that just as a filler so they didn't have to pay for any incidental music. You know, buying an additional tune, getting extorted from UMG or BMG or Warner or whatever. And so he wrote that. It was about a 1-minute song. And the producers heard it and said, why don't you just make that a complete song? So he did. End of story. Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Have a good one. Are you with me, Cadet?
I'm here. I'm here. I promise I'm here. I just had to get back into the thing and to unmute.
Get back to the thing and do the thing.
Yes, I had to do the thing for the stuff.
Well, the thing and stuff, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to add the guest from last night onto the bubbles. I will. I'll get around to it. We have very few bubbles left, so I guess we're going to stop having new guests on. Or there is a nice big margin there. I could add more bubbles.
Well, I mean, whatever's clever. I fell in love with bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air.
I'm forever blowing bubbles. That was a song once, back in the 20s, I think. By the way, this is weird because I am trying yet another new setup, and I am wearing my cans. I actually have a headset on, so that means I might actually have to pay attention.
Maybe.
You know what song's been running through my head though for like the past day or two?
Which song?
The Gourds version of Gin and Juice. You know, the Briar version.
I don't know if I heard it.
Oh, it's good. You know, we could waste more time. I could pull that up and we can play it. I mean, there's like 6 people watching.
Yeah, sure.
I think,
do it, Doc.
I think they could enjoy some music along with us. Let's see. I know it's by the Gourds. Ah, there it is. How long is that? Can we go with that version?
So much drama in LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O-double-G, but I somehow, someway, keep coming up with funky ass shit nearly every single day. And can I kick a little something for the G's and make a few friends as I breeze through? Don't you know it's 2 in the morning and our party's still jumping? Cause my mama ain't home. I got bitches in the living room getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do, ho? I got a
pocket full of rubber that my homeboys do too.
Turn off the lights and
Laid Back.
On my mind, on my money, and my money on my mind. Rolling night straight, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. On my mind, on my money, and my money on my mind, y'all. I got me some Seagram's gin. Everybody got their cup, but they ain't chipped in, you know. This type of shit happens all the time. You
I'm
gotta
gonna
get
get yours before I get mine.
everything is fine. We listening to the D.O.G. He's got that
Cultivating music that be captivating me.
I who hears the words I speak as I take me a drink to the middle of the street. I started mapping with this bitch named Sadie. You know she used to be the homeboy's lady. Don't you know it's 80 degrees when I tell that bitch please raise up all these NUTs, but you get none of these at ease. As I'm off with the dog pound, full of freeze, and I'll be rolling down the street, smoking in out, sipping on gin and juice, laid back.
Well, my mind, on my money, on my money, on my mind.
Rolling down the street, smoking in out, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. On my mind, on my money, and my money on my mind. Later on that day, my homie Dr. Dre, he came by with a gang of Tangerine and a fat ass J. Oh, some bubonic chronic, you know it made me choke. It ain't no joke. I had to back up off it, set my cup of gin down. Won't you know, Tangerine?
Rain chronic. Well, I'm plucked up now.
I'm stopping, I'm still popping. Dr. Dre got some bitches from the city of Compton to serve me a knot with a cherry on top. 'Cause when I bust my nut, you know I'm raging a papa cop. But don't get upset, girl, that's just how it goes. I don't love you.
So, have you ever heard that song? He said, talking to the cadunt that is there and not there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. But not that version.
That's my favorite. I like it.
You like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Aloha, snack bar!
Aloha, snack bar.
Do you have a tiny human around you?
Yes, my niece is still here. She was going to go back home tonight, but I guess she's going back in the morning. And she's watching Monster High.
Well, we'll probably have to figure out how to make an avatar for her. Because technically she's been on the stream. So we can put her in a bubble.
Hold on one second. Here.
Avatar for what?
We have a little display for anybody who ever comes on the show. So
What show? What?
this show.
Oh my God.
Hold up, I'm gonna pass out.
All right. Goodbye. Bye. Thanks. Bye. Nope. You're gone. Nope. Oh God, it's trapping me. What did you do, Doc? Why did you have to say anything? Why? It's in front of me. And it's hugging. Hi, tiny human. Yes, hugs. Dear gods, please. Oh, you're gonna. Okay, you're gonna just hug my hand, holding my phone. Okay. All right. She just inadvertently gave you and the entire stream a hug.
Aww.
Child,
That's
do
okay.
not jump from the furniture again. Sit.
She cooked a dog.
You can watch TV, but I want you to calm your shit. Thank you.
Well, I in her defense, I get ramped up watching Monster High.
I if you want, I can gladly put her back onto the stream, and you guys can go ahead and talk Monster High Shop, because the only time I ever she just got excited from that idea. Go ahead, Doc.
No,
who's your favorite Monster High character?
The gray one.
What?
He said the gray one.
Who is the gray one?
Well, you just guess.
Thinking. Who is gray in this show?
I'm gray.
Ramses.
I'm actually blue. Wait a minute. I thought Frankie Stein was gray.
Oh, he just.
You are ruining me. Frankenstein is green.
Well, I'm semi colorblind too, so I don't see all the colors.
Fair.
Duh.
Do you mind if I? Are you two done?
Well, wait a minute. She can tell me who her favorite is.
Okay, all right. Who's your favorite?
My favorite one is Claudia because we are both sassy. That's how me and her relate.
Are you Wolfie?
I'm Claudia, the wolf girl.
Not Claudine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not Claudine, but Claudia.
Okay. Can I give you some advice for later on in your life?
Yeah.
Don't let that turn you into a furry.
Okay, and we're done. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining Tiny Human. By the way, that is going to be her avatar name. Tiny Human.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't. Nobody needs to know its real name. No.
No, I'm not going to tell them my real name. Because my actual real name, it's not my mom. My real name is Ebola Whispers Poopy Face.
What the fuck did you? She just Ebola Wuss Poopy Face?
Ebola Whispers Poopy Face.
Laybola. And we're done. All right. Thank you guys so much for the show. Tiny Human, you watch your monsters. Do the thing. Go. Oh my god.
Well, I think we should say some good mornings.
Yes, let's do that. Let us, dear fucking God, this child. Like, okay, when she says she's sassy, like she's a tiny little smart. I now understand why it was my dad wanted to murder me and beat me so often, was because she's so much. She is my non-vaginal baby. I didn't need to push her out. She is way too much like me, though.
That could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing.
This tiny little cunt is fucking psychotic. I love her, but dear gods.
A special kind of psychosis. So, shall we say some good mornings?
Yeah, please. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Good morning, Buzz of the Hive. Good morning, Gulf City Outlaw. They had quite a conversation while we were rolling. Good morning, William Stenchever. Good morning, Jeremy06. Good morning, Ace. Good morning, Victory. Good morning, Fat Andy. And he was the first one to get the Johnny Dangerously reference. Good morning, Crimson Fucker. Good morning, Sparky. Good morning, Alamo Golf Citizen. Good morning, my pants. That's Doc's pants, actually, but they're mine. Good morning, Panda HQ Sky. Good morning, Hardcore. Good morning, Mr. LM. Good morning, Grant Sanford. Good morning, Victor Rand. Good morning, Trippy. Unbelievable. I think, and good morning, Grifter. And good morning, Tyro.
Sup, bitches, and howdy. Like, I already forgot the first name you had said, but I remember Gold City Outlaw followed after that, and then it's all just been fading for me from then because, like, I'm not. I can't.
Apparently, it seems my mic is clipping out.
A bit. I wasn't sure if it was me, so I didn't say anything because, like, every once in a while, sound for me will clip out.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and hit the tech. We'll flip it quick, and we'll be right. Hey, that worked. There was a problem happening. It was something that wasn't a part of the actual. It wasn't part of the actual audio, but yeah, there was something going on with the vid. So actually, that gave us a double dose. I click on everything, Gulf City Outlaw. I click on everything, and that's what makes it gooder. By the way, we do have a new Intergender Champion of the World in a Viable Ninja, which is, it's kind of a double duty thing. Because the irony is that he came over to listen to the Kumite people. And there it was. So yeah, he basically took the belt, and it would be ironic if he actually entered into the Hall of the Immortals. But we'll sit back and watch. He took it late in the night, so technically this is him starting day one. What else was I going to bring up here? Let's see. Ace, no, nobody ever answered my question when I asked it. I was asking if it was actually live or if it was just a dude hangout. Honestly, I've been putting together for the show tomorrow for Doctor on Call. I've been since we're going to actually have to have it over the phone, because once again, we're talking about wrestlers. Wrestlers hate technology. So I have it set up with Tracy Smothers that he's coming in through Google Voice. So we're not even going to be able to see anybody. We're not going to be able to see the bubble making the little sound waves on it. So I thought it would be cool to make up a slideshow with clips of Tracy wrestling. And so that's what I've been doing all night, hunting pictures, finding some, cleaning stuff up. And I think it looks pretty good. I'm just going to have to slow the pace down on it a little bit because you know how quickly slideshows flip through OBS. And I've only got about 3 dozen pictures right now. Tracy's a great wrestler. I've seen him wrestle in like 3 different major feds. I saw him when he wrestled for WWF as Freddie Joe Floyd. Saw him in WCW as one of the Young Pistols. And then, of course, Southern Tracy Smothers with the FBI for ECW. Really, really nice guy. We've actually had a chance to sit back and talk a little bit while we were shoring up everything for the show. So I expect that's going to be a good show. I encourage everybody to come out. It's going to be tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, if you're unfamiliar with Doctor On Call, the first hour is just a straight one-on-one. And then after that, when we get to the top of the first hour, entering into the second hour, of course, we open up a Q&A. So if there's a question that you would like to ask of a guy who's been a professional wrestler probably longer than most of you alive. By the way, good morning, Lord Byron. And I like AEW. I think there's some dumb shit in it, but I think it's all wrestling, and that's what I like. What? Wait.
What's happening?
Oh, there's a truck driving through your living room.
No, I stepped outside.
Oh.
That's just the people in this neighborhood who have tiny dicks. Therefore, loud trucks.
By the way, Alamo Gulf Citizen, thank you, sir, through $1.99. It says, howdy.
Thank you, Alamo Gulf Citizen.
Okay. Good morning, Zell.
Hi, Zolly.
I didn't miss anybody. Now, there's a lot of shit that's been going on today. I don't know. Good morning, Ghost Dog 999.
Hi, Ghost Dog.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know what to start with. I know there's BTS going on. But as far as stuff that's been out and about, I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about what the hell was the word or the acronym, the abbreviation. A PSN? Do you know what a PSN is?
A public service nigger? I don't know.
Is it PlayStation Network?
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense than what I was thinking. I'm a terrible human being.
There is an N in the N word. So, but okay. So what happened was, Aiden Palin apparently got hacked, and I don't think she said. Yeah, I don't think she said how much she got hacked for, and I honestly can't say. But it was quite a bit. Somebody hacked in and just started running up charges. Complete and total dick move. And Well, okay. The one good thing about me is, I I don't have a credit card that they can run up on. I got a debit. So when the money runs out, the good times run out. And that'll get you. I think what I got so far would probably get you like a half a tank of gas nowadays. But I don't know, since I haven't driven for like about a year. But yeah, so that happened. It happened late in the morning after we were done streaming. So I don't know what to think about that. Wait, I don't. Gulf City Outlaw. Which Stefan? I don't know which Stefan.
I have no idea what any of the things that are going on. I've been avoiding a lot of this stuff lately.
But yeah, that kind of sucks, man. I'm hoping that it was randomly targeted. I'm hoping that this wasn't a what do you call it? A focused attack. Is it okay if I don't know who Stefan Corbino is?
Only if it's okay if I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'll get around in the neighborhoods, but I don't get around to all the neighborhoods. I missed one. Good morning, Q _ and good morning, Dan S. So yeah, that's kind of a shitty thing. I mean, whether you like Aiden or whether you don't, you know, if you flip it around, if that's something that ever happened to your ass, you would be hating on it. I know. This was back when I had good credit, running job, all that fun stuff. I got hacked. I had identity theft, or yeah, that's what they call it back then. Just identity theft. That happened to me, and I tell you what, they were okay with it. Like there was one card company that they got a hold of, and they started running my social to see anything else. But everything worked out well. From what I've been told, everything worked out with Aiden. She got a hold of Sony, and they automatically put a freeze on anything that was trying to be charged, and they're in the process of reversing any of the charges. Like I said, it's not a small thing, so it may take a little bit of time. By the way, good morning, Detlef Editing.
Hi, Detlef.
Wow, hey, this is an old callback. Dan S just says twat pockets.
Twat pockets.
I don't even know where that graphic went. I don't think I want to know where that fucking graphic went. Also, today, see, I keep forgetting his real name because I always call him TM. But Daniel Franklin got suspended on their twatters today.
Oh yeah, he's asking about if because he's on the Discord, and he was asking for streaming.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just sent him the link.
Yeah, I just sent him the watch link too.
No, I sent him the link to come in if he wants.
Oh, nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Wait, Doc.
Yeah.
Are you on the Discord right now?
Yeah, but no comment.
Doc, no, you've been a lot more active on there lately.
Let's say there's one other reason why I'm on there, but yeah, I mean,
too long didn't read.
Well, yeah. That's in the works.
So are you getting over your boomer fear of the Discord?
No, No, I still hate Discord. It's still fucking cancer. But for lack of being able to get a hold of certain people, or the only way that I'm able to push video files without passing out my email. I mean, I've got a backup email that I can use, but it seems okay. I'll admit it. It seems like a faster, more friendlier delivery service to pass off, like short vids or big image files. So I'm doing it that way. I'm taking care of that business that way. But yeah, I can't say I'm it's kind of like getting a tamarind soda, because I don't care what you fucking say, you never get used to that taste, because it's like the taste of shitty fruit and oppression.
Yeah, it's really sour. And by the way, real quick,
Yes.
Hi Tennessee Marine in chat, and hi Michael Hatfield.
Good morning, Michael Hatfield, and good morning in stream.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
I'm actually on here right now, but hey, Kadant, long time no talk.
I know, right? How you been?
Oh, I've been fantastic in real life, but on the social media platforms, not so much.
You know what? Real life is better.
Yes, making money and getting laid and having fun with actual people in the real world is way better than goofy dick riders on the internet and having to deal with them. But yes, as Doc already said, yeah, they finally got my Twitter account suspended. So,
Well, it's a temporary though, right?
mm-mm.
It's permanent?
Yes, sir. I think I'm trying to appeal it right now, but I don't know. I've it's odd. I have the email that shows the exact tweet. And by the way, thank you, American Gadfly, for that. And thank you, all of you Tonka, tiny Tonka, miserable motherfuckers that, dick ride for him and shown, how two-faced and cult like y'all really are today. I appreciate it. Couldn't argue against a single point without bringing, what about this? What about that? What about what about, but it's whatever.
By the way,
okay, sorry, go ahead.
by the way, good morning, water jabbers, and good morning, Mascarucan. By the way, I did say that if he showed up early, I'd be happy to go ahead and throw a link out to Mascarucan. So if you want to find me on their twatters,
he's also on Discord, dude. By the way,
what's that?
Sorry. Actually, he brings up a lot of good points. Me and him had a pretty good conversation in the Blunt stream chat or the dump chat. But anyways, man, it's one of those things. I knew it was going to happen eventually. The tweet that I got suspended for, I'm trying to appeal it right now because I didn't call anybody a faggot or a retard or go against anyone's sexual orientation, religion, race, whatever. Like I didn't break any Twitter rules or guidelines. It was legitimately mass flagging. Like there's no way you can fucking deny that. You guys can run with whatever narrative you want, but I only had negative interactions with a certain group of people today, and all of a sudden I get suspended. No, there's coincidences and then there's direct correlation, but it is what it is.
No, I can understand that. That's yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk about, and hopefully we'll get some of the regulars, some of the OGs in, and we'll be able to have a discussion about that, because and I've talked to more than one person about all this shit just getting out of hand. It's like
hey, Doc?
Yeah.
I don't mind to cut you off, but Water Jabbers in the chat just now. You got hit by the algorithm. No, I didn't. I didn't call anyone a faggot, a retard, or anything else. You can use words like whore, bitch, idiot, pussy, coward. Like you can use all that. It does not go against guidelines to use that. But You know.
By the way, good morning, Numa. And she's
Numa.
and she's saying, you used whore and bitch in the same tweet. That will get you flagged.
No, it won't. It's not against. How does that go against someone's race, ethnicity, religion, sexual orientation? It doesn't. It's shit talk. It's freedom of speech.
She's saying
Now-
abusive
now-
language. She's saying abusive language will hit everyone now.
Really?
Well, you know what? If that's the case, then fair enough. Fair enough. But I tell you this, I think it's very fishy. You know, I feel like I'm at a fish market. It's so smelly that I have all of this negative interaction with one group of people, and all of a sudden my Twitter account is suspended. And it's not like I got a big Twitter account either. So.
Oh.
But I do find it funny that, you know, abusive language, like people are going to try to claim that when people can literally say death to white people and still have an account and tell me to, what is it? Go kill myself. Go get drunk and commit suicide. Go get drunk and do all kinds of shit. You're a failed Marine. You're all this. You're all that. But that's not abusive language that gets you kicked. But it's cool though. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a bias when it comes to Twitter. That's definitive. People know, they've seen it as far as when you're espousing political views, when anybody's espousing political views. But once again, I'm seeing it used as a as basically a tool to silence people. You know, I know people who can be eloquent speakers and they still use the word fuck.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, dude. Like, it shows directly in that tweet. Like, it said what rules I violated or some shit. And none of the words that I used, none of the shit talk that I used is something that you can't find on any thread that's political or, you know, anything like that. You know, and it's just shit talk. It was just, you know, naughty words, which is, you know, freedom of speech so long as you're not calling someone like a tranny or, you know, a faggot or a retard or some shit like that. Like, you can't use language that goes against a protected group, I guess, which I didn't use.
Well, and what's her name? The whole Bianca, what's her name? Bianca Evans or Blevins or Bevins or something. The E-Thought who
Sold her bathwater.
No, she got killed by an incel.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw that. That shit's fucking crazy, dude. Like, that's why I say, man, like, y'all motherfuckers play online a whole lot till you meet a fucking wrong one.
It was amazing, but then again, okay, this is an example of Twitter jumping into action. Because people started posting. There's no other way to put it. She got Nicole Brown Simpson. I mean, she got necked. Literally, this guy almost sawed her fucking head off.
I think he did. I think he
No, I've seen the pictures. He didn't. It did not come off, but he did. He did open her up to where she looked like a fucking Pez dispenser. So, but Twitter was fast and efficient on that. They were taking people down, suspending them left and right, for posting that picture up. So there's a point where they're proactive and it's good, but I don't know. Would that be an algorithm? I mean, how can you plan it unless somebody is there programming it in, saying this is what's offensive? And like I put up pictures of like porno every so often on the no context tweets. Nothing wrong with that. I watched Charlotte Sartre, to my dismay, lick a prolapsed anus, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but at the same time, like I wish I could be the one to program like the quote unquote algorithm, because there's literally only two things that would like get insta flagged in my book, and that's any speech that may be harmful towards children and animals.
Mm.
That's my rule. Like if you're up there saying maps are people and we deserve equal rights to be able to express our love, no, you're fucking automatically like,
Yeah,
get the fuck off the platform, you sick pedophile. And
Dude,
then if you're like, oh, I'm gonna post this video of kicking a dog, no, you can get the fuck off the platform, you sick fuck.
Dude,
Like,
Kadant, that's the crazy thing. Like, there's legitimate, like, out, like, not even like trying to hide it, like, out in the open pedophiles on Twitter that still have their accounts up. But yet, I call a couple of people whores and bitches and hypocritical cowards, and all of a sudden, I magically get suspended. But I don't know. We'll see if I win the appeal. I mean, hopefully, I would, because, and Miss Stabbers, which I have no problem with, in the chat, basically said bitch and whore is offensive against women. Well, I didn't call any woman a bitch or a whore. It was all, I think, men that I was talking to. I'm not for sure, because it's the internet. But I don't know. It's honestly, it's one less thing I have to worry about. All the cool people that I've met on the internet, I mostly follow on other social media sites. So it is what it is.
well, I'm also throwing the link out to a few people who have taken Twitter bans. I don't know if they're going to show, but the door's open.
Yeah, well, the best people get at least one suspension under the belt eventually.
I've only had.
but I've never.
You haven't?
No, I haven't even been blocked by Steve Shives, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he won't block me either for some reason.
Like, I get it. All I do is like post like memes and thought shots, and maybe every once in a while, like my little PKA, my public conduct announcements. But
no, his wife doesn't let him look at thought shots.
Well, I was gonna real quick again. Water Jabbers in the chat said, "I sincerely hope you win your appeal. I didn't have an issue with anything you said." Well, I thank you, Water Jabbers. I appreciate that. Thank you sincerely. Not being fictitious or anything about it. Thank you.
Yee motherfuckers, what's up?
By the way,
What's up, Pod?
Good morning. Welcome to the stream, Politipod.
What's up, dudes? How's it going? I see your Twitter got banned there.
Yeah, magically, all of a sudden, you can tell, Muslim extremists that they're pussies, and you would hope to meet them on the battlefield, and you can tell pedophiles to go kill themselves, but go against a certain fandom, and all of a sudden you're gone. Especially when you start making valid points that they can't really argue against without using what about isms and rehashing month-old shit.
Well, oy vey, it's like you got Jude or something. This is the shit that kills me. I just sat there for fucking 2 hours of my life arguing with some irrelevant fucking retards.
I know, dude.
About how fucking Tonga called me like the day before the fight and said, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm totally in fucking Knoxville." I was like, "Okay, so why don't you show up to the fight?" And he fucking goes on like this long ass tirade, like, "Oh, no one's gonna be on my side and all this shit." And I post fucking screenshots, and they're like, "Yeah, it shows you talked to him, but that doesn't mean he wasn't in Tennessee, though." I was like, I described the exact same room and what it looked like to failure and AP, and they both said it looked the exact fucking same. They're
Well,
like,
can I tell you something there, Pod? And I would like to make this known as, a matter of record, if you will. Nick Rokita, the dude who, quite honestly, is one of the biggest up-and-coming YouTubers on the fucking platform. I was watching his stream earlier, and he has 14,000 people watching him right now. So he actually made a stream not long after the whole Knoxville thing went down. And if you can go back to that stream, because he doesn't delete his streams because he's not a coward about what he says. He literally said there was one Kumite fan who tried to defend Tonka, and I'm not going to say his name or his online name, because I don't want him to get shit on Twitter. And he literally said there was one Kumite fan who stuck up for Tonka and actually said there was more to the story than what was said, and he actually defended Tonka. Guess who that Kumite fan was?
Who was it? Daniel Franklin.
Yeah, it was
It
me.
was Daniel motherfucking Franklin.
Yeah, I literally defended that fucking two-faced piece of shit to Ralph, to Andy, and to Nick, and said, "Nah, dude, there's just more to the issues, man. Maybe we can set up the fight again down the road. Who knows? You know, I still believe in. Yeah, I still believe in what Tonka said. I still believe in Tonka. It just got fucked up, you know, shit like that. But just because I don't, you know, blindly pledge my allegiance to someone who's treated people like shit, apparently I'm, you know, the enemy now, which is fucking hilarious to me.
Because you're the other now. Because this is the exact same shit that they did to me whenever I did that stream with Failure and asked him about what was going on with fucking Tonga, and then I did the same thing with AP, and everyone lost their fucking minds about it.
Yeah, you can't question the narrative, dude. You can't question.
15 people just leave my server and my fucking YouTube channel and everything, unfollow me on Twitter because I dared to question glorious fucking leader because they're a bunch of fucking communists.
Okay, pause for just a second so we can welcome our Lord and Savior, Full Metal Pickle.
Praise the gherkin.
And of course, new in here, but highly recommended, Mask Haruken.
Hi, Mask Haruken.
Boy, hey, howdy.
Hey, what's up, bud? Been hoping you'd get on here for a while. Me and you have had some pretty interesting conversations in Discord tonight, as well as on here.
But yeah, one of the things about criticizing Tonka is at this point, it's not about him anymore. To attack him is to attack their integrity, their truthfulness, their friend. They're no longer viewers watching a show. They're his close personal allies, or that's what they've been led to believe.
Legitimately. Yeah.
You know what's so funny about this? I think me and Dan had been around for much longer than half of the fucking people that are still around him today.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I've been watching Tonka for like how long have you been on it? 2-3 years?
Yeah,
I've been watching him since like he started the fucking Kumite, and even before when he had Grapple Vision.
Yeah, back before it was even the Kumite. In fact.
Exactly. You know, watching him on fucking the Cult of Cactus, which half these fucking people don't even remember.
Oh yeah.
Or before that, when it was just him and fucking Failure, just before he even met Vamp, they were all just shooting the shit on a fucking stream. I was on there whenever it was him, Failure, Base Mama, and I think Martius Filius, if you remember that fucking pedo. So, and half these fucking people came in during the Kumite, and they're like, "You don't know Tonka." I was like, "No, I've not sat in many voice chats at night. I stayed up to like fucking 7 in the morning whenever the Liz and Zeph shit was going on." Talking shit about them with them and listening to them bitch about it. Fucking him and Vamp just going back and forth the same shit. And then fucking Chambers of My Hearts was there too, so she could fucking vouch for me.
Yep, I remember her too.
Yeah, we were just sitting there fucking shooting the shit and talking about different stuff.
Guys, do I because we had a Viable Ninja in the chat last night, and he was counting the number of times that that people said the name Tonka.
Which is fucking weird, but I mean,
it got up to like 100. I think it got up to like 140 times. Kadant, are we gonna need to like put a Tonka counter up?
Oh my god!
Make it like a swear jar. Every time the name is said, someone needs to donate.
Nice.
You know what? I'm down for the swear jar thing. Like if you guys really want to go on, because all right, this is what I'm gonna say is, they're right. None of you really know Tonka. None of them really know Tonka. Yeah, there's my 2 swears, 3 swears, 4 swears. I don't know. None of us really know each other unless, we interact regularly in regular life. And even then, anybody can put on a face. So we don't really know. We don't know what kind of shit they face in their regular life or even via the internet. And just like they don't know the kind of shit we have to face. None of us really truly know each other. And I know that sounds so fucking retarded and
No,
cliche
no, I
and all
agree.
that
You make a
jazz,
good point.
but
No, I agree.
it's the truth. And so, like, we can all talk until we're blue in the face about the people that piss us off on the internet or the people that annoy us on the internet and what we think we know about them. But that's all it is. It's just we think we know.
Well, Kadon, I wrote something in this chat yesterday, I believe, and I think it was to Death Hirukin, if I'm not mistaken. But I basically said, until you hang out with someone in real life for months, you really truly don't know how a person actually is. And even then, you can hang out with someone in real life and they still could surprise you in shitty ways and fuck you over or do something that's shitty or anything else. But I don't know, man. I agree. I think I'm kind of done talking about it. You know,
Let's pause for the cause too. Good morning, Best Remy, and
Hey, Best Remy.
good morning, and have a wrench, Tetragrammaton.
Hi, Tetragrammaton.
But I will say this much: there is things that I know, personal details and personal things that could cause a shitstorm if I ever brought them up. But unlike some people, I still believe in the simple fact that's what's said in private should remain in private. So,
well,
I refuse. I refuse
I
to
believe
do shit
that
like
up to the
that.
point where people start questioning my fucking integrity and calling me a fucking liar to my face after I've had to deal with fucking people getting shit on for weeks and weeks and weeks with no repercussions for them doing the same exact shit to people, up to the point of calling someone a deadbeat father and saying how horrible he is to his kids and how he smokes meth and all this shit. But it's fine, you know, whatever.
By the way, good morning in the chat to Jay the Magic Robot. Now we talked. Now we talked about last night in depth about doxing, and we had Akajan on, we had Kraut on. It was a pretty lively panel.
Oy vey.
So the one thing that I mean that I brought you all here to stop in and hang out and have a beer and talk about is me personally, I think channel striking and Twitter suspensions have just gotten out of hand. It's the first tool that people use who want to disagree with you, but they don't want to actually have any discourse. At least that's what I see.
Well,
I mean, I think I even said it in some of my tweets today. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to change your opinion about this subject. Like, I can give you all of the evidence that I've been presented, all the stuff that I've seen. You're still not going to believe me or agree with any of the points that I'm trying to make. You're firmly in that camp and that mindset, which is fine. You know, I said it multiple times. I was just like, do you, boo boo? I don't care anymore. It's like, there's no amount of explaining or discourse that you can have with people who just refuse to look at anything from the other side or agree with valid points or criticisms that you make. So what's the point? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of people flinging shit at one another. And I guess I got caught up in a big shitstorm today, which it is what it is. But I mean,
man, wait for it tomorrow, dog. It's gonna be something like Tennessee Mafag or something like that on his fucking channel, and the Politodocs or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah,
it's gonna the fucking Wonder Twin retards or something fucking stupid like that, and it's gonna pop up on my fucking feed, and I'm gonna be laughing my fucking ass off.
Well, and Q underscore in the chat said, I did not know that Sam hung out with drunks and jobless losers. Hey, I don't really think you should disparage anybody in that past Tonka crew. I mean, they all hung out, they all had a good time, probably had a good discussion. I was BTS with a couple of people from that crew too, and there were always good conversations. So, yeah, you should not disparage Tonka crew, young or old. I mean, unless they're coming at your throat and don't want to actually have a conversation. If they're doing like we're talking about right now, if they're basically saying, "Okay, I don't like this person, but I don't want to have a conversation with them. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll just kneecap them. I'll just clip them and start stripping social media away so they don't have a voice." I think that's it's a coward's way. They always talk about violence is the first act of a desperate individual. Well, nowadays in this electronic medium. Censorship by striking and by getting people suspended is the first act of a desperate person.
Yeah, and to talk to that guy.
It's the closest thing to physically attacking someone you can get on the internet.
Oh, look, I'm not here to sit here and call anyone a fucking homeless bum or whatever the fuck he said. Like, if you're gonna fucking talk to me, I know you're probably a fucking sock account because you don't have any fucking thing on your channel. You don't have a fucking picture, so you're not man enough to fucking come out with your actual channel. If I I'm gonna associate with whoever the fuck I want to associate with, because I'm not a fucking fake. I'm not fucking Tonga, so I'm not Crown T. I'm not fucking Zephanorion. I'm not any of these fucking losers. I'm a fucking genuine human being. That's why I stopped doing fucking politics shit. And I've just been fucking focusing on my own shit. Because I have other fucking things to deal with than a bunch of retarded fucking spurgs on fucking Twitter telling me how Daddy didn't do nothing wrong. He won the fight. Andy lost. Andy lost the fight. Andy
By the
lost,
way,
guys.
real quick,
Yeah.
hi Bunny in the chat, and Politipod. The one thing that people always seem to forget is that behind our fucking avatars, behind the screens, there are actual people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really easy to forget that.
Yeah.
So you're not a real person. You're not a real person to them at the moment. People are gonna talk shit on you because, you're not a real person in the moment.
Now, here's the thing that's killing me, right? Is everyone likes to shit on me for hanging out with TM or other people that they don't fucking like because they see them as in a certain light for things that they've done, months, if not years ago. People can fucking change. Me and Dan both had a fucking humongous fight after a stream one day, and we got the fuck over it. It's like, it's called fucking growing up and being adult.
Yeah, because that's what adults do. And I do think, I will point this out. Yeah, I think it's fucking hilarious that all these people used to really, really like me until they no longer did, because of one reason and one reason only. I didn't want anything to do with him anymore. And I didn't believe Tonka, and I didn't believe he was a genuine person anymore.
Yep.
Like the worst thing I've ever said, honestly, besides a few like jokes made at his expense, was I'm disappointed that he turned out to be everything he claimed to not be and everything he claimed to stand against. He is literally Zeph now in my eyes, and there's no change in that.
Yeah, exactly. He's a complete and total fake. He always was. He always has been. And here's the thing that's killing me. Fucking Davis, whatever the fuck that retard's name is, fucking Mighty fucking Beast or whatever the fuck he calls himself on fucking, he fucking tweets at me earlier because I posted screenshots of me and Tonka's conversation because I've been arguing with the rest of his fucking Spurg army the entire day. So, for everyone who doesn't know, Morning Kumite, which is now Tonka Radio, has like 4 or 5 hosts now because, he can't string together a fucking decent show by himself anymore because he's a fucking retard. So it's Tonka, it's fucking, what's her name, Blossom or some shit like that. Vamp sometimes is on there. What's the other guy's name? Akagen, who's a fucking Spurg. And then I think the 5th one's Davis. So Davis is one of his co-hosts, and he has a morning show, and he invited me on there and said that I was saying that what he did, which by the way, he made a server. It's his public Discord, and he basically made an entire section dedicated to fucking Optic Decay and Optic Decay's wife and what they post on Twitter, which I don't think is like Crout and T's thing at all, because I think it's just fucking autistic and gay. That's all it is. It has nothing. I don't think it's doxing. I don't know, because I haven't been in there and looked. I haven't seen anything that shows that it's doxing. It's just fucking stupid and gay. And he's coming here at me on fucking Twitter acting like I'm calling him out as being Crout and T.
But
if I was calling you Crout and T, I'd just call out and fucking say that you're a doxer.
but
I'm not.
By the way, I didn't give Bunny love. Hello, Bunny, my dear, and good morning to Daytwa. But
hello, Daytwa, and hello, Zartan Asher Faust.
Wait a minute, did I miss that one too? I'm sorry, my eyes aren't doing me any favors tonight. God,
don't worry, Doc. Just need to get that prescription filled.
I'm telling you, and here's the thing, people love a good shit show. You know this. They love it because of the fact that in the final analysis, nobody actually gets hurt. There's no physical damage. If you get psychological damage, the fucking sticks and stones. For God's sakes.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I'm not coming on your shitty fucking show at fucking 8 in the morning when I have fucking work later that day. I'm not getting up fucking extra early just to come on your shitty fucking show for your 40 fucking fans just so I can fucking agree that you're not fucking Crout and T. Like, that is the definition of a fucking circle jerk. And I sat there and said that, and one of his fucking cringy little fans, who used to be a fan of mine, comes out and he's like, it's not a circle jerk if somebody disagrees. It's like, yeah, except for that's the fucking point. I don't disagree with him. That is literally the entire point I was making. It's fucking retarded.
Well, I think it's funny. I wrote this in the chat on this stream last night, and I was like, dude, once I close my laptop or exit out of the Twitter app or whatever, like, you people disappear from my life. Like, you really do. Like, it does not matter to me whatsoever. Like, I'm out here. I've got a job. I've got friends. I'm in literally the best place I've ever been in my entire life, and I'm unfuckwithable. The only thing you can do, I guess, is get my Twitter suspended or whatever the fuck. But like, no one's ever gonna fuck with either my money, my safety, or my enjoyment of life. So I think it's pretty funny that this is the best that they can do. But I don't know. It is what it is.
By the way, Kadant, there's a good girl in the chat. She just stopped by to say hi.
I noticed. I was going to say good night to Jay, because Jay was saying that they're heading out, and hello, good girl.
Jay the Magic Robot?
Yeah, he says you're a dirty pogue.
I know he is. I know that motherfucker is. I hope he's doing well. I hope Jay's doing well. He's I haven't talked to him in a minute because I've been away from the whole YouTube thing, but it's good to see Jay still kicking it.
Yeah, we've invited him on a couple times, but he's an in and out kind of guy.
But he's a funny motherfucker if you ever get him on and ranting. He's a hilarious guy to talk with. He's a hilarious dude. So fucking funny.
Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Mr. LM says, there are many people in our circles that are better than real. They are beyond real. They are unreal like yourself, Doc, Opal, Low, etc. You guys are on a whole other level. Well, I appreciate that, but I'll be honest, I get mad too. I have arguments. I mean, I know, me and TM have had a row before. Me and Joker have had a row. Huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, and like, I even one tweet that I want to point out that I if it's still up, I don't know how. If someone's account is suspended, can you even look at their tweets anymore? Does anybody know?
I think so. No, you can't.
No.
Well, shit. Yeah. I was gonna say I wrote to.
I thought I got suspended too because it popped up with like, "Oh, your account's suspended for 11 hours and 59 minutes," but then all your tweets disappeared for me, and I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
Yep, that was it. Well, I just want to point out, I wrote to Joker, or I tweeted because this massive shitstorm earlier. I even said to him, if this whole like following people's wives and following people around on Twitter and having a Discord channel dedicated to whatever they tweet. If that shit happened to Tonka, Vamp, Davis, Water Jabbers, literally anybody, if any of those had an entire Discord channel dedicated to archiving or collecting all of their tweets and all of their social interactions on Twitter, I would have a problem with that even if it was people who fucking hate my guts. Like, that is cringy, creepy, fucking weird shit to pull on anyone. I don't give a fuck if it's public or if it's easily accessible. That's just stalkerish and it's fucking wrong. And I don't care if like that happened to someone who hates my guts and I'm not a fan of theirs. Like, that shit's just fucking, it's weird, man. It's goofy internet weirdness that I don't get why people do shit.
Why do you collect someone's fucking tweets? Like, that's fucking stupid and pointless. Like, do you think they're embarrassing or something? Because if they're putting it on Twitter, it's probably embarrassing regardless. But I mean, who gives a fuck? The dude has done nothing to you guys. Fuck, Davis wasn't even fucking around whenever the Kumite first fucking started, and he fucking admitted it the other night on here. And that's the shit that kills me. It's like, people who don't fucking follow this shit don't know all these fucking characters that have been around since the fucking beginning. Optic Decay's been around for a long motherfucking time, and he made half fucking Tonka's artwork.
Can I just say something real quick? Mostly in response to what Mr. LM had tried to say, because that was nice and sugarcoated and all that jazz. But no, I'm not real. I'm a figment of your imagination. That's it. I'm just a voice. That's it. You guys are imagining this happening. I don't exist.
Wait,
None of us exist.
Wait, are you a figment of my imagination or am I one of yours?
No, it's just me throwing my voice.
Ah!
You see, Pickle actually voices everyone on the stream.
It's all
you
Pickle.
didn't know that. It's all green screen and voice changers.
Pickle actually puts his pickle appendage up her butt. It makes her talk like a fucking marionette. That's how that
Blessings of the gherkin up in you.
And of course, all over your face, neck, and chest.
Yeah.
This took an odd turn.
It did, didn't it? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Orangey man?
Weather.
Well, I think I've said this a time or two. I know I have several times on several different fucking streams, not even related to this recent drama, but I've always kind of been under the opinion that the internet is a big enough place to where if you don't like what someone is saying or you don't like that person, you literally can make it to where you never interact with them. And people forget that, like they really do. And it's weird, and it's I don't know, man. It's like arguing with someone, through a screen door. It makes no sense when you can literally just walk away and be done with it. So it might be a blessing in disguise that my Twitter's suspended. So
I mean,
sure, man.
but is the screen door locked?
No, it's not.
By the way,
Oh, well, then they can just walk through the screen door.
By the way, good morning, Ichabod. Welcome to the
Good
stream.
morning, Doc. Hello,
Hi,
Set a
Goon.
Pokemon.
Mask, Politopod, Pickle,
Yes.
Set a Pokemon.
and
But
TM?
Yes, sir.
No, sorry, I could only... you kind of look like if Matt Jarbo lost all his weight and put on some muscle and then got some
That's a
tattoos
goddamn
with the glasses. That's just the glasses.
Just say the name Matt Jarbo about
No
it. That's
offense.
a fucking insult.
I mean,
That's
no
crazy.
offense.
I
Honest
mean,
to God.
dude, I've been told I look like a lot of very well-known white people. So at this point, I'm just like, yeah, sure. I don't see the resemblance, but go for it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
you get the like
It's
It's
puffy
like people
beard
with glasses who are
and
white.
the glasses kind of obscure the parts of your
Wait,
face that are different.
Jarbo doesn't even have a beard. He has that like weird like where
Yeah, he's got the weird like
He's a
I
fucking
suck a lot of
ginger.
dick goatee.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
I
he's got
still
that
mean-
shit. He's got that shit to where it's like peach fuzz, but like not exactly 5 o'clock shadow level peach fuzz. Where
Yeah, like if he was objectively a better person, he would look a little bit more like you.
okay,
It's like
fine,
he has
whatever.
boulder dust on his face or something.
But no, wait. Apparently, according to the experts about me, I'm a fat guy. Apparently, that's something. I
Fat
heard.
guy, bitch, you've been on camera.
I know this is really weird when I heard that about someone telling me that I'm fat. That is one. That is one thing.
Being on camera.
Yeah.
To be fair, the last picture I saw of Bam Margera, he was fat.
God, dude, that motherfucker! I swear to God, like that is one thing where I kind of get a little bit salty when people compare me to him because I'm like, motherfucker, he looks nothing like me in the face. He really doesn't. Just because I got tattoos, like that dude has like I have stopped using drugs and just came out of rehab, and I am literally eating food to compensate for my drug use body.
I'm googling this man because I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Oh my
Holy
god!
shit, you obviously didn't pay attention to fucking like any type of extreme sports in the early 2000s.
Oh my god, he looks like he bounced his fucking face down the ugly pole. No, you look nothing like him.
Well,
He's
thank
got
God there's
a
one.
literal potato face.
Let me cut in here, guys. I'm gonna head out. I gotta talk to some people before I go to bed. But it's been nice talking to you all. I'll be watching. I'll put in my 2 cents in the chat if I need to.
Later, Sam.
Okay.
Later, Doug.
Anything
I
you
still
want to?
maintain Marine looks like a Winter Soldier.
I've heard that quite a lot, especially when I had the long hair.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, even with the glasses. No way, dude. Like, he doesn't have the same head shape. Like, if you look here, fucking, this dude has a potato head. Like, a legitimate potato head.
Dude, I swear to God, it's one of those things to where it's like any famous white guy with tattoos and dark hair I get compared to at this point. It's really goofy. I don't get it. But fuck you, Pickle. Piece of shit.
Yeah, no.
Calm down there, Bucky.
Even at his penis, the dude still looks like a fucking potato. No, I can't see a Bam Margera comparison between TM and this dude. Yeah.
But am I wrong? That dude literally has the body to where it's like I have stopped using drugs and now I'm literally going to eat my way into a diabetic early death.
It's possible.
You know
it looks like I just quit meth, and now after about 2 weeks, I'm about to start meth again.
Mm-hmm. But you know what's weird though? He looks a lot like his dad now that he's put on weight.
Oh, that's what LM just said. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting doughy, but shit, he's not busting himself up like he used to.
Well, I don't know if you guys I don't know what drugs he used personally. I haven't looked that much into it. I just know he went to rehab for the longest time. But I definitely think whatever drugs he was doing was definitely something to where he didn't eat while he was on those drugs. So it had to be like coke or meth or some kind of I don't know if people really eat a lot when they're on oxys or roxys or something, but whatever he was doing, he wasn't eating while he was fucked up, I'd say that much.
Yeah, no, he looks fucked up, man. I don't know when he was doing drugs, particularly in these Google images, but I'm assuming the one where he looks stoned out of his fucking mind, he was on drugs.
Well, that's the one that Pickle needs to get on the soundboard with the Rick James. Cocaine, a hell of a thing.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
What was that one? What was that?
Fuck your couch.
No. It was an animated thing. I think that they had on Adult Swim.
Was it Boondocks?
No. It was Metalocalypse or however.
Metalocalypse.
Yeah, and they had that one clown dude who was like, "I do cocaine."
Dr. Rock, though.
Yeah, I love that dude.
We're all forgetting the majesty of Black Dynamite and Basehead.
What the fuck is Black Dynamite?
You've never seen Black Dynamite?
No,
I have not.
That's a good
Oh
flick.
my god. Oh, that was the best cartoon. It's a parody of all those 70s blaxploitation films. But it's got like the most ridiculous situations ever. Like one episode is literally he fights Mr. Rogers and his army of children.
It was made before my mother was alive, Doc. No offense, homie.
It probably was.
No, it's actually very recent. It's only 2009.
Wait a minute.
No.
The
The original one, dude. The actual original black exploitation film, I believe.
No, Black Dynamite.
That's Dolomite.
Well, yeah.
Was it not?
Dolomite is definitely something different, but Black Dynamite's only maybe 10 years old.
Well,
It is exactly 10 years old.
What fucking black exploitation film am I thinking about then?
You're thinking of Dolomite, which was 1975.
Yeah, or it has to be like the original Shack, maybe.
Shack?
Yeah.
Well, Shaft's a bad mother.
Yeah.
But has you ever seen Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon?
Fuck yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I should say, show enough.
Shogun of Harlem.
Show enough.
Oh man.
There's some really good movies that are just like, okay, if they came out with Barry Gordy's Last Dragon, they would protest the shit out of it.
Well, yeah, I mean the whole movie was full of like, I guess you could call them stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was a great fucking movie.
I was gonna say, you know what movies they cannot make anymore? Basically, all of the Richard Pryor movies and anything with what is his name, Mel Brooks, or I think like Blazing Saddles and shit like that. You couldn't make that movie anymore.
How the fuck are they gonna make Bond?
Okay. Isn't it gonna be a female Bond?
Yeah, it is.
It's not a female Bond. It's not female Bond.
Okay.
It's
female 007.
Basically, James Bond retires. And they're coming back with another agent. She's just getting the 007 code name.
Bond. Juliet Bond.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, if they had Juliet Bonded, I'd have been pissed. But in this particular case, man, fuck it. Like, they're bringing a new agent in. It's a passing the torch story. Fuck that shit.
I'm not going to watch it, but okay. You know.
Can I be kind of SJW-ish for just a moment here? I remember the topic of discussion back in the day used to be the guy who played Heimdall in the Thor movies replacing being the main
Idris
Bond
Elba.
character. Yes. I don't care. You can call me an SJW. I don't give a flying fuck. That dude is British. He's a great fucking actor, and I would have been like, fuck yeah, Black Bond. I'm all about it.
Right.
Oh, I'm totally down for that. Just because, like, I've not seen him in a role that I did not like him in.
Well,
same here.
Now they came down to it, and they had their three top choices before they went female. Was Idris Elba, because they've been pushing him for a long time.
Which I agree with.
What's his name? Hardy.
Again, honestly.
What's his name? Hardy. Tom. Is it Tom Hardy, the guy who played Bane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He's a midget.
Yeah, Tom Hardy wouldn't have been a good Bond.
Yeah, and then Hiddleston.
Hiddleston would have been a decent Bond, but
no, dude, he's too tiny. He's too tiny.
Yeah, but he would have made a good, like, Pierce Bond, where he was more charm and everything than any of his actual physical skills.
Here's the thing, though, right? Bond as a story. The character is eventually going to get too old regardless. It's got to be a passing of the torch story. That he used Idris Elba would have been perfectly fine for passing the torch story. This chick, whatever, I know nothing of fucking about her, could be a good passing the torch story. It's the same reason I had a problem with Ghostbusters 2016. It wasn't a passing the torch story. They weren't
hold on.
new.
I gotta say, you are incorrect about one thing because how do you say his name? Idris Elba? Idris
Elba.
That awesome dude whose name I can't pronounce with my country mouth.
Idris.
That dude, honestly, I think he's about damn near 40 something, if I'm not mistaken. So he couldn't have done it for very long either. So this whole passing of the guard, passing of the torch thing needs to be with a younger actor. At least that was the only criticism that I heard about him being the new James Bond character. That I was kind of like, okay, I can see why people wouldn't want him to be it.
Well, now, I do have some cautions because whenever they do stories like this, they have a habit of removing the character's flaws whenever they replace them.
Mm-hmm.
Like his rampant alcoholism and his weakness for women that all his villains exploit. Like, I'm worried they'll remove that and they'll just make Bond Alex Rider, basically, where he was perfect.
Well, you've got to take out some weaknesses and apply them differently because it is fundamentally a different character.
Well, one of my favorite arguments against Idris Elba being Bond, it was a joke, but it's like, no, he's black. It'd be like, oh, which one's the spy? The black guy.
I've never heard that, but that's kind of fucking fun.
Okay, scrolling back, like it's the concept of. Let's say if we were to look at Bond, hubris and lust, those are his big, like, follies. like hubris, lust, and I guess addiction.
Citrus.
Because of the yeah.
Before I forget, like I got to make a counterpoint to that. Like I don't think that those were flaws, especially for the male Bond character, because he used to seduce women in order to get ahead of stuff and shit like that, and to use women
Yeah.
basically.
But
or women tried to seduce him for their own means.
Yeah, they tried to honey. Yeah, they tried to honeypot him. But here's the one thing that I don't think anybody realizes: if they do a female Bond character, or they do that passing of the guard, if she throws that pussy around to get ahead in the spy game, everybody's going to call her a whore, and that ain't going to be cool because there is a double standard that does exist in television and film, and we all have to agree on that. I think.
Well, Mata Hari was a whore, but that was part of her job description.
That's kind of the point that I'm trying to like get across.
Oh, fair enough.
Is they have to apply a different set of flaws to this new character because it's a new character. If it's just a copy and paste of what the old Bond was, then it's not a new fucking character. Like I was saying earlier if you just take the Ghostbusters and give them vaginas, it's not a new story. You've gender swapped them. We live in the fucking Rule 64 universe. No fucking way. But if you actually do the passing of the torch story, it's a new character, purely untread ground. They have different flaws. They have different mistakes. They have different abilities and knowledge. And if you can do that, you can keep a story going perpetually. But if you fuck it up and try to copy and paste somebody who is inherently a male character and paste it onto somebody with a pussy just because you decide that's the best course of action as they now need to be a lady, you're going to break your own story.
Well, the only thing that I think that they could use as a weakness, because I think quintessentially the James Bond character was a dude who his dick got him in trouble. He was that chauvinistic, he's what people I guess would label nowadays as toxic masculinity. Like he just slung dick everywhere he could. I think if they're stupid, they're gonna go with a female James Bond type character who cares too much, and she's gonna have sympathy for people, and she's gonna have an easily controlled emotional heart because women are so emotional and needy and
Well, now here's the thing that got me, and welcome to the stream, Mr. LM.
Thank you for having me.
The thing that got me about Bond is the fans fucking explained it to the movie studios 30 years ago. They said, oh, okay, Sean Connery is done. Here comes George Lazenby. Lazenby's done. Here comes Roger Moore. The fans explained it to the people saying, yeah, James Bond is just a code name. And it's like, oh, no. We're restarting the franchise. It's the exact same character. James Bond is James Bond. And now they're getting down the line going, well, maybe the fans are right. It's like, you fucking think? They give you millions and millions of dollars to continue this franchise, to keep it going. It's been going, it's not the longest running one. The longest running one is still Sherlock Holmes. But yeah, the James Bond franchise has been running for 50 years now.
Yeah, long ass time. Well, Doc, I'm interested to hear your take on this. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think it's going to be a male James Bond passes the torch to a female who will now take up the mantle of 007? Or do you think it's going to be, James Bond is no longer James Bond, it's Juliet Bond, and she's just female now, and deal with it, or you're a sexist?
Well, I think, just like Ichabod was saying, Ghostbusters 2016 was a mistake. Putting a female Bond in is a mistake. And I'm not saying because, women are the weaker sex, but, they could end up fucking anybody like Mata Hari, but it's not going to make them any more action-packed. Matter of fact, less so. Did you guys ever see the movie Atomic Blonde?
No.
Apparently, I was wrong. It was Rule 63, not Rule 64. Thank you, Remy.
If it was any other decade with any other country of filmmaker, I would trust this to be good.
Why?
But But American filmmakers don't have the passion to actually make this good. They're in it for a paycheck. They're not in it for the passion of creating a Bond film with a different protagonist.
I agree. I think it's going to be Ghostbusters all over
And
again.
if it was any other decade, we could at least count on her having a character outside girl.
Well, and then she'd have to run into a character like, "Hi, my name is Harry Manson."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is the late 2010s, and so therefore her only personality will be
Vagina.
Strong female character.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly, this is Sony we're talking about, right?
Oh God.
So yeah, it will be a Ghostbusters 2016.
Yep.
Again.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think too.
Hold on. She's going to have the same personality as Captain Marvel, Black Widow, and Rey.
Yep. Well, I mean, I do think, and I'm glad you brought it up, Death Irukan. I think, whatever, Mask Irukan, whatever. I think a character like Black Widow in the Marvel franchises was kind of fucking dope and was kind of smartly written for the most part until they started trying to, shove in a love plot between her and Captain America and all that goofy shit. Like, I think you can show a strong female protagonist in a movie and have her be the lead actor and it work out good.
Yeah.
It just has to be smartly written. But if the only thing about her is she is the owner of a vagina and she's the lead actor, it's gonna suck.
I just have to point out something
Alien.
that Dan S said in the chat.
Well-
They said that Triple X was the Black Bond. Triple X was Vin Diesel.
Yeah, he. Nobody knows what actual race Vin Diesel is.
I call him ambiguous brown.
Vin Diesel?
Wasn't he? What's it called? Fuck it. I'm trying to think of what he was in Pitch Black.
But
That's
Furion.
Alien?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, Fury.
Furion.
Yeah, there you go. That's about as accurate as you're gonna get.
Yeah, no, Vin Diesel isn't even kind of brown. What the fuck?
No, he actually is.
he's
homie.
apparently brown.
He's a pale
apparently at least
motherfucker.
somewhat black.
Really?
Real quick, hi and welcome to the stream, Mr. Allen 002.
But
okay, it says on the IMDb that he has called himself a person who is definitely a person of color.
Mm-hmm.
His adoptive father is black, but that's adoptive.
Vin Diesel
Yes, he is not
a
a white
person
guy.
of color.
He's not a white guy.
He's
at least,
paler than me.
dude. He's at least got some like Latino or something in him.
Maybe.
I mean,
Latino.
to be
I could accept
perfectly
Latino.
honest, isn't white just mutt?
I am Groot.
I mean, let's be fair.
Actually, that brings
every
I'm just
gay
saying,
man
like, it's
in
like
the world got a little bit of an erection when they heard that he might be bisexual. So it's Vin Diesel. Who gives a shit what makes him up at Maid Party?
He seems a bit too squinty-eyed for me. And that isn't even an Asian issue. It's just like he's really squinty-eyed.
Hey, you stick a dick in that ass, I guarantee you them eyes will pop right open.
Damn it.
I only have
do
one
not.
thing to say to that, and that's prove it.
The Pokemon has a point.
I mean,
I
got the lube.
well,
you got your ankles.
I would like to say to continue what Doc was saying. It says he never knew his biological father, but his mother is English, German, Scottish, and Irish. But he does, like Doc already said, he does consider himself a person of color. So,
I mean, fair. We can all self-identify as fucking whatever these days. So do, bro.
Dude, speaking of that, do you remember that crazy fucking bitch who tried to say she's black? She has went fucking full cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Loco. Like, she's got her hair fucking braided. She's starting to take like super duper like spray on tans and shit. And she 100% says she's trans black now and identifies as black. I can't remember her fucking name.
Oh no.
Rachel Dolezal, but one thing I was going to say is...
See, I thought he was talking about Sean King.
I thought he was talking
But
about Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way, I'll go ahead and post a picture. This is a before she believed she was white, and then after she believed she was black.
Listen, that niglet wannabe right there, like, she's she's just on a good one. That's all I'm saying. Like, she's obviously on a really good one. She wants to go ahead and do like the fucking collagen in her lips because she's got to have them nigga lips, and then she's got to do the fucking the skin coloration bullshit, whatever the fuck she's doing. And
You know what I'm more?
she's going with all the like racist tropes of this is what a black person looks like, therefore this is what makes me black because I have to look black on the outside.
And before she dumps into a goddamn bonfire just to make her skin dark enough.
What I'm wondering is, are they gonna baptize the baby in like liquid spray on tan?
No, they'll baptize the baby in purple drink because that's how you do that shit.
Well,
purple drink and cocoa butter.
Well, God damn it. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the HBO documentary about Rachel Dolezal, but even her children, she sat down with like her eldest son who's like 16 or 17, and he legitimately went into it going, "Mom, why are you doing this? It's tearing our family apart." I've met my grandmother and grandfather. We're white. And she just kind of patted him on the head like he was the most ignorant thing in the universe. That's who I feel sorry for.
I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I guess on some level I can understand why a trans person believes the things that they do, but to believe that you're a completely different race, like the amount of mental illness you have to have in order for that to take place. It baffles me.
Well, I just had a brilliant idea. We should get Kadun a pimp cup.
Okay.
Okay, but hear me out, dog. Like, we all put something into the Kadun pimp cup. Like some form of effort. Like, I don't know, a raccoon tail around the handle of it. Take one of your rocks and put it into the fucking, the side of the son of a bitch.
Are you trying to get me a crump chalice?
Just a bit of
pimp cup.
I think he's trying to
yes, I want my pimp chalice.
Infinity pimp cup.
I think this is
half of me is incredibly offended. The other half of me is absolutely elated.
I think this is turning into like a summer camp art project for Kadant type thing.
Ichabod, I'm sorry to admit it, and I'm sorry to everybody else in the stream, especially Kadant. But the first thing when you said we need to get her a pimp chalice and fill it with something, it went to a fucked up game of Frosty the Snowman or something of the sort.
Oh dear God! No, I don't want you all to stand around and fucking jizz in a chalice. Okay?
I don't want to do that either. Thank you very much. But that was the first thing.
I would not be comfortable with that either.
We here at the IRS do not condone or endorse pimp cup challenges that turn into bukkakis.
So, for at least a little bit in my brain, I think it would be a fucking great idea to have the IRS Infinity Pimp Cup.
I'm okay with this to a certain degree, but here's my one request.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my main request.
Mm-hmm.
Make it about 10 pounds.
10 pounds?
Yes, I want it in and of itself to weigh about 10 pounds. So that this way, when I'm pissed off, I can go ahead and bitch slap somebody. Oh, forgive me. Pimp slap a bitch with this fucking chalice and possibly smash their fucking brains in.
Yeah, if it's 10 pounds, you're going to do some damage there, Kadant.
Yeah,
and you're going to break the stem.
Why not make it out of silicone? If it's thick enough...
Mr. LM, you don't get to talk much more about the Pimp Project, as it's starting to be called in the chat. Like, you went to a level none of us wanted to go to. I just stay in your
I'm
bathtub.
just hey.
Project Pimp.
The pimp bucket challenge where you just fill it with jizz and dump it on people.
Oh God, she went even worse. I apologize to Mr. LM now. God damn it.
Wait,
Okay,
scroll back for a second.
Okay.
Kadun, why are
That's
you
just
offended
saying.
by this?
Kadun,
I mean-
I'm putting up I'm gonna no context tweet a couple examples. See what you think.
I like how Mr. LM suggested this, and we were all disgusted. Then Kadun's like, "Hold my beer," you know.
Hold
That's
my
what I
cup
do.
chalice.
Hashtag Project Pimp Cup.
God.
But why are you offended by the idea of me suggesting you get a pimp glass?
I'm just saying, if you're gonna smack somebody with something of sorts, make it out of silicone. It goes whap. It's washable.
No, the intent is to injure.
Yes, silicone will hurt. It
That's
just won't
my
like
intent.
kill them.
I mean, I think we would need like a legit blacksmith in order to make it 10 pounds. Because I'm trying to think of like how you can make a cup 10 pounds.
Yeah, you'd
I
have
can
to
make it
make it
with
out of
welder.
like cast iron.
Yeah, no, exactly. Stalvind.
But how do
Somebody
we
hit up
make it-
Stalvind. Tell him I have a
How do we
project.
make it gold? Doesn't have to be gold.
Well,
Okay.
gold plate it.
When
That's
you
what you
mention
do.
when you mention this project, let's leave out all of the other
Jizz.
stuff. hmm
I'm just saying the IRS pimp cup. It's
And
just
If it's the IRS pimp cup, it can have cadunt horns and then dock bandages.
hmm
well, the dock bandages would be around the stem. But you tie the bandage to the raccoon tail. But the cadunt horns is a great idea. Sorry.
I'm just gonna be over here.
No,
I mean,
Doc.
Give me some
come
round
back.
pipe and a few other
A round
bits.
pipe?
Yes.
You want to give me a round pipe? What?
No, I said get some round pipe.
I
And
would
a
have totally
flat
said,
piece-
dude, she gave you an opening. I would have been like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Give
Hey.
cadunt the pipe.
I'm not going to get misconstrued. Well, I guess it wasn't misconstrued.
Okay,
I'm trying.
LM, let me rephrase that. Fucking thrust your angry penis into cadunt's vagina. How about that? Does that a little less ambiguity there?
Fine, get me some oil pipe and some flat
You're
stock.
not helping
No,
your-
I
not
thought
helping
I was
yourself.
supposed to. I thought it's a pimp cup for me. I didn't know
Yes.
you guys were trying to pimp me out. Fuck
no,
you.
no.
God damn
And
it.
where's
do-
my cup?
We gotta get the pimp cup for cadunt, but does that mean we have to get a pimp cane for Doc?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Fucking do it.
It's funny because when wifey ordered me a walker and she's like, I'm gonna make it look all nice and everything, and I come down and she's put like glitter stickers and shit on it. And
I was gonna say, I bet Doc legitimately could use that cane for medical purposes for
No.
its actual intention.
Yeah, no. Let's see if we can fucking get this rolling. Put that shit out there. Project Pimp on fucking Twitter.
I have
My
a
first
feeling.
thought when
Very
you s-
controversial.
Well, I mean, I
Well,
would retweet, this idea, but no.
No
But I-
semen
I-
involved.
Dunk gonna have to choke a bitch? Fucking, I'm changing my fucking name on Discord. Hold on.
I'm just,
Guys,
I'm
go
just, I'm
fuck
just,
amongst yourself.
I'm just trying to imagine
Doc's bottom bitch.
like a pimp cane, only it's like legitimately a walker with like the cut off little tennis balls at four corners and shit, but everything else is like gold and like diamonds and shit.
We have to at least bedazzle the tennis balls.
Mm.
Like
No, I
this
think
is like a camp art
I'm
project.
pretty sure
we ain't
they
using
make
any
sparkly
actual gold in this shit.
racquetballs. That would
Yeah,
be good
yeah.
alternatives.
Yeah, put some glitter on the cut off tennis balls. I like this.
by the way, Buzz of the Hive says in chat, how did Cadunt know I etched her wine glass?
Oh yeah. No, Buzz Buzz does amazing things with glass. Like he created a stein for Ghastly with Ghastly's face etched on it. He also created commissioned thing, like semi-commissioned it for a GoFundMe, and I'm the one who won it because I fucking wanted that thing. And the etching on it is tight, yo. Like he's really talented.
I keep thinking she's saying edging, but I know that's not right. She's saying etching.
Yes.
Etch, not
I know,
edging. I know you're probably edging yourself right now, just thinking of a fucking jizz bucket challenge, but stop.
Why would I
it.
jizz in a bucket?
Where else are you gonna put it?
Why not?
Okay, let me rephrase this. If Kadunt is there, why would you jizz in the bucket?
Respect.
Why are you assuming I'd be there?
That's a good first question. Second question is,
why would I be coming in a bucket if you weren't there? There's another good question.
That's a good counterpoint. I think we got a heated debate going on now.
Okay, but we do
obviously
have to
you're looking at Vin Diesel pictures.
but we do have to pause for the cause for just a second. Good morning, Colin McLeod. Good morning, Exiled Luang, and good morning, Tom Leach.
Now, I do have a theory about women that's very controversial in that they deliberately dress us up poorly so other women don't get onto their territory.
Mm.
Wait, what?
You mean
I'd say women deliberately pick out terrible clothes and outfits so other women don't look at you.
Oh, for their men.
I've seen that happen. Legit. Especially married dudes.
Because no one picks up an Argyle sweater vest and thinks, this is a good outfit. This is what my man needs to wear.
There are some bitches out there.
Now that I think about it, that's actually seems pretty oddly accurate.
Yeah,
No,
I agree with what he was saying. No one goes to like JCPenney or some shit and is like, yeah, this dorky looking fucking thing. I'm gonna get so much pussy with this, bro.
I might actually expand on this. It's not just their men, as in relationships. It's moms and grandmas. Oh, I knitted you a nice and ugly sweater, basically. Oh yeah, that's really gonna get my dick sucked. Thanks, Grandma. All the bitches want to hop on my dick when I'm wearing my ugly sweater.
Well, here's the thing. There are some bitches who'll see that and be like, oh my God, you have such a good relationship with your grandma. Ooh. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
there are
wearing
bitches
something
that like
because you
that.
care so much about her. Oh my God.
Actually, fair point. Yeah.
Yeah. And but the territorial thing when it comes to females is, and I'm sorry, ladies, I'm gonna give our secret away. It's fucking true. You have no fucking idea. Like we will metaphorically piss all over you in whatever ways that we can because you're ours. Even if it's, this is my son, this is my baby boy, you know, and no woman will ever be good enough for him kind of shit. Like there's plenty of mothers who do that kind of stuff too. And just like a lot of those people are fucked up. But there's many women who will go out and be like, oh, honey, I want to match us in like matching outfits. That'd be so cute because I'm metaphorically pissing all over you and showing these bitches, dibs, mine, go fuck yourself. Like, this is mine. That goes inside of my vagina. Like, that means I claimed him. Like, whether I'm coming or pissing on him, it doesn't matter. Mine. Like, we get that way. We do.
Every time you see a couple in matching outfits, you're just like, bro. Or like the share or like the joint Facebook accounts.
By the way, good morning to Lotus Wolf in the chat, and my theory is, women make men dress down, but men make women dress up because they men do the trophy thing, you know. Hey, I'm going to dress my woman up, and then when other people are like, "Damn, that's fine," it's like, "Yeah, damn right, because it's mine."
Well, yeah, we like show something deep within us, like showing off that not only can we provide, we can provide luxury or beauty.
Yep.
Yeah, and when it comes to and many men will do that. They'll be like, look at what I bought. Like I bought my hot fucking girl this hot fucking outfit. And women will be like, no. I chose this outfit and don't you fucking look at them. Now there are some women out there who will gladly dress up their men, they'll choose outfits that look good for them to do the trophy thing. Like, oh, look what I put him in. Look at the monkey suit that I have him wearing. Isn't he so handsome? And mine.
Oh, yeah, I was about to
fucking
say.
mine.
I was about to say, Kadun, as the resident lovely lady of the stream, would you agree that women only dress up their man in circumstances where if the man was looking or dressed horribly, it would reflect poorly on the woman? Like if you go out for drinks at an expensive restaurant or something like that.
Now, mind you, this is going to be one of those hashtag not all things because obviously not all. But yes. Oh, yeah. If they're going out someplace nice, but honey, why are you wearing a t-shirt and jeans? I want you to wear this monkey suit. Like, get dressed up because I'm going to be dressed to the nines and you're a reflection of me because you belong to me.
The heaviest goblet that I can find is 11 ounces.
That's
I'm
what
not looking for ounces, motherfucker.
That's why I'm saying you get some oil field pipe, you get some steel flat stock, weld that shit together, fucking just tack weld some fucking whatchamacallit, TIG weld some goddamn whatever, everybody's little contribution onto that shit, gold plate it, and then
what contributions you want to add, Mr. LM?
I guess making the chalice. That would be mine. I'm not very fucking imaginative. It's gonna be.
I was making a jizz joke again, you shit.
No, but no. Now we've got a goblet maker.
Trust me, I make enough of my own as it is. I don't need any more of it in my life.
I mean, your profile picture's a plane. Could you get a piece of a plane and weld it into the fucking goblet?
I actually could, yeah.
LM,
so there we go.
LM, you have enough of what in your life? Goblets or jizz?
Yes.
Jizz.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Well, all right then.
Where's Addie?
It's my own, thank you.
Yeah, Addie
much,
needs to be here right now.
Yeah, Addie can attest.
Like we're at the point. Like, yeah, no, let's fucking do this. Let's make Kadun a pimp cup.
Like I have this States Metal tankard that it's not 10 pounds, but if I whop somebody upside the head with it, like it'll do some damage without killing them. I want that with the chalice.
At what point does a cup become a chalice or a goblet?
I guess the height, and it has a handle.
Oh, yeah, it's the shape of the.
It's like a really tall metal coffee cup.
Speaking of,
what kind of cane do you need, Doc? Anyway,
I'm a man of simple means. It might be.
I mean, like the kind of handle.
Now I've seen some with like a carved eagle's head, which griffin. That might be nice to have, like a griffin to grab onto.
You already get one of those ones that's hollow that has a sword in it.
No, fuck that. Get one of the ones that, you get a carved head, but it's steel.
Oh,
and it's like a round one, so you could put your hand on it, and if push comes to shove, that thing's gonna fucking crush some shit.
Dude, when I went down to Knoxville, I didn't have my cane. I couldn't find it. So I got down there and I spent the time with my brother, and he was like, "Oh, well, you need a cane? I've got one." And he gave me one that has like that silver ball on the top. And I was like, "Dude, this is not a walk around cane." He's like, "Oh, but check this out." And then he pulls a fucking sword out of it, and I'm like, "Why do I need a goddamn sword?"
Why not?
I do.
Why not? That's the question. Why not?
God damn it! I fucking hate these goddamn links. Hang on.
No. Here,
goddamn easy way.
Doc, what you need is a cane with a dick handle, so that if anybody pisses you off, you can dick slap them.
I just imagine an old man with a fucking cane that's the shape of a fucking dickhead.
What about something like this, Doc?
Let me take a look here.
No, the end cap or the fucking end, not the top. The end should be shaped like a dick. So when someone's fucking with you, you just beat their ass down and shove it up their ass. You don't want that to be the part where you grab. You want that to be the thing that contacts the pavement.
Now that's got a good pecker on it.
Yeah, no, it's got a contoured beak. Shouldn't hurt your hand too much. It's brass, so it's gonna lift for a while. You can also get a custom shaft and collar for it.
Customize that shaft.
I knew you would laugh at that. How did I know?
Ooh, you can get ebony wood. I mean, admittedly, it's another $180.
That sounds a little racist. I'm sorry.
You get brass or gold plated, so we could get the gold plated collar.
Get that bigger, blacker wood, Doc.
I don't think Doc suffers from the jungle fever.
Get the biggest, blackest wood, Doc.
Black wood is a myth.
You gotta ease them into it. Start with the ash or something, or an oak before you get into the ebony, bro.
If you put lotion on ash, does it make it ebony?
We got black beech wood.
Mister, I love those.
I have no idea where this is going.
So here's like the gold versus the aluminum gold.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, I gotta pull it back. Okay, there we go. All I want at my age is occasionally hardwood.
So the darkest one is the black beech wood, but the ebony is like a brown, like Tyrone kind of color.
Like a Matumba, motherfucker.
Because like the beech wood's shit, it's not gonna stick around too long. The ash might last a little longer, but the black beech wood should actually stick around for a long time.
Oh god,
Doc.
No, all I could think about is if. Sorry, you could go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, all I can think about now is Doc having his eagle cane, and you crack the neck back like a Pez dispenser, and it pops out Viagra and Ambien.
Actually, if it did the Ambien,
crack it the other, it's Viagra.
But like the thing about it, this cane thing that I would want to do would be getting like a Dremel tool and carving like the IRS guests' names into it, so it's still your IRS pimp cane.
I mean, you can do that too, but Doc, I say get the ebony and then name it Toby.
Oof. Just call it Jimmy.
No, Toby.
I got
Your name is Toby.
What's your name, boy?
An ebony wood cane with a freaking a black like nitride coated watermelon as the end.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Or fucking.
Come on now, like this is the best idea I've had yet. God damn it!
I really want a watermelon cane. God damn it! That's what I need in my fucking life.
So instead of etching names into it, can't we just put whip marks on it?
I mean, if you want to whip all of us, Doc.
Oh, there's some spankings that definitely needed to be handed out.
Okay, yeah, but the dunt is right there.
Don't you cane with a cane? Why not do that instead? Would that be caneception if cane had cane marks on it?
I'm trying to imagine a cane that instead of has the hidden sword into it, it's just got a whip.
I mean, you could do it. It'd just be hard to keep it as like a stable cane.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thinking of function as well as form.
Why not have the whip wrapped around the cane and then you pull the shaft out?
Because last time I pulled my shaft out, I got a ticket for it.
That's quite the role play you got there, Doc.
Beat my meat on the toilet seat, doo-dah, doo-dah. Hands got tired, so I used my feet. Oh, doo-dah day.
What? Good God.
When I was a kid, my dad would go and take a shit and scream that song at the top of his fucking lungs.
I now understand a lot more about you, buddy.
Gonna come all day. Beat my Peter on a parking meter. Got picked up by the law.
Anu Vlad makes a good point. Hashtag knitting is dead. The reasons knitting is dead is because grandmothers and mothers killed it with bad shit. Where's my hand knitted G-string? Thank you very much. Or fucking what? Elephant trunk. There you go.
I mean, to be fair, they do sell the hand like the
they
wool
sell it, but it's not made by your average.
Well,
There
yeah,
needs to
no,
be
grandma's not
sexy
knitting you a
knitted work.
goddamn jock strap, LM.
Well, on that
well, my
note,
grandmother
Just
doesn't knit,
grandma.
anywho, but I'm just saying. I bet there can be sexy clothing that is knitted.
on that note, lads and madame, I think I'm gonna call it a night and get some rest before I gotta go into work. So, thanks for having me on, Doc, and you all have an excellent morning / night / whatever the fuck.
Well, we
Good night,
certainly
TM.
appreciate you stopping by, TM.
Later.
Later.
See, the problem with wool on that area of your body is it's way too fucking absorbent. That thing is gonna smell like ball stank really quick.
Well, I'm sorry you don't wash your fucking clothing. Everything
Dude,
must smell like ball stink.
You know how much of a bitch it is to fucking wash a wool knit any goddamn thing?
If it's well done, it's worth washing.
Well, yeah, if
By
it's well
hand.
done, it's worth washing, but you can wear it maybe once. Do a little bit of a jiggle, and then you need to wash it that fucking night. You don't get laundry with a wool knit fucking jock strap, man. The ball sweat will ruin it if you fucking...
Well, that's...
I love how me and LM are just talking about ball sweat in wool and nobody else is talking.
Hey, I'm a logistics man myself. I'm interested in these sorts of things.
Well, it's just not viable long term.
Well, that's
Merino wool is antibacterial. Use that instead.
Yeah, but that's why they invented woolite.
Oh,
Woolite
has a point.
Woolite gets rid of ball sweat.
Well, hey, there's also wool is not the only fabric that is out there.
Yeah, no, you got a point on it. It's just like when I think of a knit anything, I think fucking wool.
I would take a hand knit hemp fucking, what is it? Not G-string, not fucking something
Banana
with the
hammock?
damn elephant trunk. I forget what they're
Yeah,
called.
it's a banana hammock.
Is that a no? It has a trunk for your penis.
Well, yeah, that's the hammock part.
No. I don't think that's a banana hammock technically.
Well, no, it would be a banana hammock with a trunk extension.
Now, we're all forgetting the most important thing that's ever been knit. The hand knit microkini.
Hand knit micro what?
Microkini?
Oh, micro bikini.
A micro
Okay.
bikini. Oh god.
Fair enough. Just punch myself in the side of the head.
Oh. Bear with me here for just
I'm just imagining a hand knit corset right now.
But that did not fund you very well.
There's so many funny things you could knit. Why not knit cool things instead of boring shit?
What we could do is like find a way to hand knit Kadun a cat suit out of fucking wool.
Oh, that would not be hard.
Not
I mean,
wool.
it would take time, but
Maybe not
basically
wool.
you make all the
Hemp,
separate pieces. You would have to do a lot of measuring, obviously.
I mean, I'm sure we could get her measurements.
I'm
I'm
trying to figure
sorry.
out how
What
to-
are you trying to plan
Nothing.
with my body?
Nothing at all.
I'm saying get a professional to do it because I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing personally. I'd be like,
Well,
I'd have some shit
obviously,
in
if
centimeters,
you
some
boys
in-
are trying to get my measurements, that mean you'd be attempting to feel me up.
hey, I said I ain't doing it.
Okay,
I'm saying
well,
hire
you
somebody
ask
to do it
and you
who ain't
measure.
fucking me. I ain't a fucking professional, whatever the fuck it's called. Hell, I hardly know my shoe size,
Tailor.
for fuck's sake.
A
Yeah,
tailor.
Taylor.
But yeah,
I
no.
don't
we
even know what the fuck
ask
it's
you
called.
To measure yourself. Why the fuck would we have to grope you for this, Kadun?
Well, because it's easier for other people to measure your body
You just want me to grope you.
than it is for me to measure myself and all the different measurements.
There's
that's
nothing
what
wrong
this
with
is.
hiring a
Plus, I'm a
tailor.
woman and I would lie.
See, no, that's what this is. This is just an elaborate ruse to get me to grope Kadun.
That's why you get one of those really, really Asian tailors who ain't gonna stick up a shit. The ones who kind of like they moonlight as a tailor when they're not like waxing and shit. Yeah, those ones ain't gonna lie about shit. They're gonna insult you the whole fucking time. But they're gonna get accurate measurements. God damn it.
Hey, Kadun, I sent you a DM.
I answered it, Doc.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, but no, because what's it? I used to sell corsets, and I would have to get females' measurements, and there's some who will try and be like, oh no, I know my measurements, and it's blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so like, you don't want me to measure you, that's fine. Like I got you. Like that's no worries on me. And then these bitches, of course, lied, and I'm like, you don't know how to take your own fucking measurements. That's why.
What
Like,
what you do is if they don't let you measure them, you have a no returns policy.
we already generally have a no returns policy. In that case, but at the same time, like, we're there to let them try on a corset so that they get it put on them correctly, because so many stupid cunts don't know how to put a corset on correctly because there's too many stupid bitches out there who like, oh yeah, I have the waist trainer and it just goes in the front and that's how you do it. And like, no, that's not a real fucking corset, you lying whore. Like,
Yeah.
stop it.
Okay, so tell me if I'm stepping out of my lane too much. But when it comes to sizes about shit, except for everything but like shoe size, it seems like women are generally a lot more dishonest.
deceptive?
Yeah. And I'd say to their detriment.
Well, yes, it tends to be to their detriment. I mean, all right, if you just look at clothing sizes between say Walmart clothing and like Nordstrom's clothing or whatever, even that is off.
Oh yeah.
Even that is incorrect. And then if you look at Chinese sizes versus American sizes, or American sizes versus European sizes, or whatever, like if you look at the different sizing, it is off. It is incorrect. And for a number of reasons. First and foremost, women, we have it ingrained in our heads that the bigger the number, the less attractive you are. So you want to pretend like you're a smaller number. You have to. You have to, because otherwise, like, you're automatically like, I'm gross.
That's
like, it's an automatic thing. Like, it doesn't, and I don't care what any woman says. I don't care what any woman says. That is the fucking truth of it. She can be like, no, I'm totally comfortable and like, like, okay with my body. No, we're not. No, we're not. I've seen some skinny fucking bit, like, I wanted to punch my niece in the face because she's sitting down and she grabs like that little pinch of skin.
Oh, the paunch.
That teeny tiny little skin that pops out when you're sitting down, and she's like, oh, I'm so fat. And I'm just like, excuse you? Excuse you? First off, you're 10. You are 10, you tiny human. What do you think? Why are you saying these things? And it's because it's one of those concepts that is a constant when it comes, especially with women. Just like when it comes to men, if you're a male with a more lithe body than most others, you're not, you look at yourself like, I need to find a way to bulk up and like beef myself out to make myself look bigger and stronger. And that's the male version of it. With women, it's no, I have to be thin. I have to have a small waist. And now it's turned into, because before and it's changed throughout the decades, where like at one point the attractiveness was big hips, but small, like flat, or thick, and now it's big tits, big ass, not hips necessarily, but big tits, big ass, tiny waist. That's what's attractive now.
I mean,
and it's going to adjust throughout time, but it's still one of those where no matter what, the pooch, the little pouch, at the front, that paunch, you can't have that. You can't, because you're automatically fat as soon as you have a little bit of the quote unquote muffin top. Period.
Okay,
that's why women don't like, if you've ever tried to hug a woman, even if she's somebody that's comfortable with you and that likes you and knows you, if you've ever just tried to hug her from behind and you put your hand down to her stomach, she's automatically trying to like, no, like she'll move your hand either up, or away Either way, it doesn't matter because you don't touch the stomach is the only time you're allowed to touch a woman's stomach, and even then, it's still one of those with permission, like complete abject permission, is if she's pregnant.
See,
that's it. That's the only time a big stomach is considered, and I'm not even talking like big stomachs. I'm not talking about like the obese women. I'm just talking about women with a bit of the paunch.
So I have to do this because I can't let this little fucker get away with it. Mask says in the chat rather than just voicing it, Cadunt corset pics showing the correct way would be cool. You want to see Cadunt in a corset? Just ask the woman. It's gonna be fine.
Mask again? Did you want to see me in a corset?
Do you want to see her in a corset, Mask?
Oh, sorry, got distracted.
I'm reading the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Thank you. Fucking thank you. We all would love to see Cadunt in a corset.
I mean, it might have
All right,
already happened.
I will. All right, Mask. I'll send you my PayPal email, and then we can get this exchange going.
Oh, lucky you, Mask.
See, we would all like to see Cadunt in a corset. Just a corset.
Oh, just a corset. Oh, we're going to that level. Okay.
I ain't got the money for that, Cadunt. You already know I don't. Don't even.
I was gonna be like, that price is a little higher there, mister.
I mean, you can quote me a price, but I can't promise anything.
I'm over here trying to pay for groceries, goddamn.
No.
That booty is groceries,
You're attempting
LM.
to give me money, Mr. LM. There's a difference there.
LM, let's be honest. That booty has groceries. Everybody goes quiet. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll just say that this booty has groceries. We're gonna go ahead and say that.
Good on. If you don't think you're contributing to, well, at least my enjoyment in my life, then you're sadly mistaken. That's all I say.
So, Doc, what do you believe? Do you believe Cadunt's booty is in fact groceries?
He had to step out for a moment. So
Damn it.
Not be,
Oh.
You may not be back.
Well,
is that going to be your panel question?
Yes, that's my panel question. Is Cadunt's booty in fact groceries?
One thing I will say, Kadant, just tying into the earlier thing, when your kind of mini-me crotch goblin was pinching at the belly fat, or whatever, I don't know what you would call it, and was like, I'm fat, it'd be hard for me not to smack that thing upside the head. Be like, no, that's just body. You have body. Yes, everybody has body. If you are living, you have body. There you go. Now, sure, if she was 600 pounds and fucking, like, had to use, a fucking electric rascal that was blowing out tires every 3 feet, then yeah, that's called a problem. But no, it's just, I don't understand this shit. Like, when we were talking earlier about fucking dressing up or dressing down people in terms, or, like, partners or whatever the hell, or fucking, I guess, also kids and shit. You know how moms and grandmas do it, whatever the fuck. I just say, wear whatever the fuck is comfortable, all right? Like, a beautiful person is a beautiful person, whether they're in a fucking snowsuit or in a skimpy bikini. It's just, that's how it is in my eyes. I could give a fuck.
To be fair, LM, I can be a very attractive man in certain clothing, but if you put me in a skimpy bikini, I'm not pretty no more.
What are you talking about?
I'm a bit too hairy for that.
I'm sexy as fuck in a bikini.
Doug, we posed the panel question.
You pose the panel question.
I'm allowed to pose a panel question.
Well, don't put we into it.
And I'm still waiting for that answer, LM.
What?
Wait,
is Cadunt's booty in fact groceries?
Not enough groceries.
Are you saying she has a small butt?
Ramen is enough groceries, Mr. LM. Stop it.
No. I want
Yes.
to get eggs and bread and butter. Those are the main, like, food staples of life.
I'm Asian. Ramen is my main food staple in life.
See, he's still avoiding the question.
By the way, feel free to check out my no context tweet.
Oof.
Jinx. I'm
Okay.
hoping it's something's cute.
Kadun, do you believe your booty to be groceries?
Considering the fact that I'm against people thinking of eating my ass, no.
Okay, not necessarily the ass, but I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
let
I've seen this
me
picture
repose the question. If given the opportunity, would you perform oral on Kadun?
Oh my.
Kadun, if given
Oh.
the opportunity, would you perform oral on yourself?
No. No.
Seriously? Now I'm questioning your authenticity here, Kadun.
You know, if guys could actually perform oral on themselves, the species would have ended about 2,000 years ago.
Oh, no fucking shit, man.
Don't try to change the topic, LM.
Hmm?
Answer the question.
I gotta get to know somebody better before I even consider something like that.
So would you not?
Not at the moment.
Okay, Mask.
Huh?
Would you perform oral on Kadun?
No habla inglés.
Bullshit.
He pleads the fifth.
Where's my lawyer? You said I'd have a lawyer.
Nobody gets a lawyer here.
Nah, I'm just...
Fuck Miranda, she was a bitch. Pickle, would you engage in oral intercourse with Kadun?
Sure, why not?
See, Pickle's being honest. Doc.
Hey, I was being honest, too.
Doc is my internet daddy. He's not allowed to answer this question.
No,
It's not the question of whether he's internet daddy, it's whether internet daddy.
that is not my kind of porn. No.
Fair enough.
I'm with you on that. At the same time, had to make that joke.
Now that I've made the entire chat uncomfortable.
I concur with the chat's discomfort.
I'm just eating a popsicle.
Quick, let's
Although,
change
can I
the
just
topic
say?
and forget this
Can I
ever
just say
happened.
that? What?
Quick, let's change the topic and forget this ever happened.
I will not change the
after
topic because I
Ichabod-
haven't answered the question.
Oh dear. We already know the answer to your question.
Well, yeah, give you a mustache ride of your life, but that's beside the point.
That's right of my life.
Yeah, I'm just over here.
I thought this was funny as hell. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to I'm gonna be right here.
This is what you get for the daddy remarks constantly.
That's a fair point, honestly. Then again...
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Or on a mustache, I suppose?
That too?
I like popsicles.
All these flavors, and you choose to be salty.
Whatever you say, Coon Daddy.
Doc, if you ever do show your
well
face, you have to
played.
make your own version of that meme.
Of what?
All these flavors, and you choose to be salty.
I've seen that meme before.
Yes, but
Victory
when Doc's,
says uncomfortable
if
as
Doc
shit.
ever shows his face, that needs to be a thing.
No,
He likes
Doc,
popsicles, it works.
I'm still waiting for Doc's Doc mask.
Oh, I've seen that.
You've seen it. It's just I haven't found anybody around here to make the eye holes and mouth hole, but I've got the complete gimmick.
No, I know. I'm waiting for the eye hole, like for you to wear it live on a stream.
Oh.
Can't we just like wrap his face in fucking bandages or something?
No, I've got a Zentai mummy mask. Well, wait a minute.
Okay.
So that'd be a lot easier to move in, but I swear, man, in this heat, I'd be fucking dead.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
fuck
you're not
no.
wrong.
Well, here's a question. Why not soak it in water? Then you'll just get evaporative cooling going.
Because it's probably like latex, and that would smell of mildew really quick.
No, it's lycra spandex, so it's not Under Armour. Hmm.
By the way, hi Jolly Rogers Bilgewater in the chat.
Good morning, Jolly Rogers Bilgewater.
Jolly Rogers laughed. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey Doc, I'm gonna run away real quick.
Okay.
But I was getting ready to run away.
Nope. You have to stay, Daddy.
Fine. But only for a little while longer.
Thank you.
Okay, so Cadet just went mute, and oh, good God, I've been this fucking humidity just keeps making me tired and tired.
Yeah, no, I know. I fucking fell asleep for some fucking reason this afternoon. Could not, for the life of me, wake up. I tried a few times because I didn't get to that like full sleep state. I was trying to like get up because I got shit to do. I don't fucking produce enough content. I need to make more because if I don't, fucking people are gonna stop watching my channel, and then I get fucking depressed, and then I get too depressed to make other content, so more people leave, and then it's just a vicious cycle.
Well,
isn't that what cookers and blow are for? You know.
Well, there's not any good hookers around here, and you can't get good blow in Kansas.
Seriously? That's sad.
You know what?
I'm mainly talking about the blow bit. But...
I mean, no, like if you get a hooker in Kansas, you're getting an STD. There's no way around it. They will eat through the condom with their vagina. There's just no chance.
Hi,
Trippy.
By the way,
hello.
Good morning, Trippy.
How's everybody doing?
I'm eating a popsicle.
Uncomfortable, but
something's
mostly
making me
intact.
cough. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Poor Trippy.
Anyway. Oh no, it's not that. Anyway,
would you like to take a shot at the panel question?
What's the panel question? I didn't hear it.
Would you eat Cadunt's vagina?
Sure.
Oh yeah, cool. Fair enough. Go ahead.
What are you...
Oh, kitty. Speaking of pussy.
I swear to God, you might get some Korean barbecue out of it, but that's about it.
See, this is the best part I've learned about this. I can artificially create Tonka's old kumite with just making an awkward question so nobody feels comfortable enough to talk, so you got just enough dead air.
Yeah, but
see, even I can take a pot shot from now on.
Can I smoke a drug pipe on here?
Yes. As long as it doesn't go.
Yeah.
It might whistle a little.
Can you grapefruit a bong? Is that a thing?
I don't even want to know what that means.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know grapefruiting.
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh,
God.
I have a panel question.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
And as long as it doesn't involve your vagina or, Ichabod trying to insinuate vaginas, then I think we're good.
I'm trying really hard to not insinuate. I'm just trying hard to be blunt about it at this point.
I'm actually kind of excited for this panel question.
All right, so excluding me. Kill, marry, fuck.
Ooh.
Wait,
behead the people in this stream. And you can choose any of the three people. You know what? I'm going to exclude myself and Doc because he's the host and he doesn't have to.
But I wanted to marry Doc.
Yeah, but that gives us such a limited amount of options.
Wait a minute.
It is pretty. I think we're going to have a lot of commonality.
No, wait a minute. If we're in the stream, we don't have to answer. They do, but they can include us if they want to include us in the power trio.
Because you're not including me in whether or not you want to fuck or marry me.
Here's a question.
Well, no, I don't have to have you in it because there's 7 people on. So
No. I'm saying they're not allowed to include me because I'm the only female.
This isn't fair.
So
outrageous.
So you had to gay this up then.
Yes.
This isn't too hard, I don't think.
Let's get it on, boys. Come on.
We'll make it
on.
4. We'll make it 4. Kill, marry, fuck, and date.
Okay. That's easy. Can I go or?
I have no answer.
What order are we going?
Please, Mr. Allen, you are excited about it.
I'm not really excited, but it's easy. Kill, sorry, Mascarukin, you got the worst mic out of all of us, so you got to go. So kill, marry. Who would I marry? Oh, I'd marry Trippy and put a life insurance policy on him because eventually, yes. Date Pickle because Pickle's nice, and fuck is take a wild guess.
Don't do it,
Ichabod,
boy.
you're bending
I will
over,
fucking
buddy.
skin you.
I'm gonna grab you by that nice fluffy coon tail.
You can give it a shot, but you should know something very important about raccoons. In Russia, every year, 43 men get their penis bitten off by a raccoon.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the ass kegel thing on him.
Oh no, I will fucking skin him, but that's beside the point.
I only gotta fuck you once, man. What happens after to you
Nope.
after that? That's completely
Not happening.
That's completely out of my control. All
Not
right.
happening.
All right. Next up, Maskarukin.
All right, kill myself. Get out of there.
You still gotta marry, fuck, and date. You can't use yourself. Do it. Just fucking choose 4 of them.
All right, fuck LMO too, just to get at Addy. Just the look on his face.
Fair point.
I don't know. Kill the raccoon because you eat all my dog food.
Bring it on. You can
And I will
try.
never forgive your species.
That's the quickest way to add yourself to the kill tally button.
Date the pickle just because he would make it fun.
Okay.
And what's the one left?
There's Trippy left.
He'll have it. Marry the fat one because he'll have a heart attack before 40.
Well, it's not just the fat. Wait, can
Dude,
you put
these
insurance
cigarettes-
policy on individual limbs?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I think J-Lo had one on her ass.
I know you can do it on
Or
like
legs.
a dick, but I don't know if you can do it for legs and stuff. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I'm
Trippy,
pretty sure
but,
you
like,
can.
it seems like a pretty smart way to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
These cigarettes and weed and Coke Zero say I'm not getting any cancer. See,
Who's next?
who is next?
Pickle, I think.
No, according to mine, it's a Big Daddy Coon.
Well, see, this is why you always put stipulations in this thing.
Yeah, the stipulations are you can't include.
There's a problem here. You have to get very specific with me because I'm a rules lawyer. Let's see. I would date Trippy.
Oh, you're the worst type of
in order to gain his trust enough to where he will marry me, so still Trippy. And then, of course, there's got to be at least one time you fuck in a marriage, or else it's not technically a consummated marriage and not legally viable. It's taking out an insurance policy as I'm fucking Trippy, and then proceed to kill Trippy, because then I get the insurance policy.
Who was talking?
No, that's totally within the rules, actually.
No.
And so what? We're just left there, sadly winking in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
100% within the realm of the rules.
This is the greatest stream I've ever been on.
Excuse me, sir. Who are you?
Yes, on high quality, highbrow content.
We're just playing
So-
Phil the Chalice.
So Pickle.
Why do Phil got the fucking?
Now the real question is, do we shell out for the gold plating on Cadunt's Pimp Cup?
Oh, that's not that expensive. Yeah, fuck yeah. You don't want it to rust. Oh, what is this shit? Fucking Mascarukin, look in the goddamn chat.
Who's next?
Pickle.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm gonna kill him because whatever.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Go ahead.
Doctor. Abby's here.
I will date Harukin.
Addy.
Mary.
Addy's in the chat, right?
Goddamn right.
Oh,
I'm a
Pickle's marrying Ichabod.
And I'm gonna fuck Trippy because have you seen them titties?
You can titty fuck her. They counts.
I mean,
Counts.
honestly, Pickle, like, we already know you already fucked Chirpy. Like, that
Bro
was
life. Bro life, Pickle. Bro life. Internet fist bump, dude.
There has to be at least one time where Pickle accidentally fapped to Trippy's tits.
No.
Accidentally?
How do you accidentally do that?
I mean, if it's a titty pick, it's a titty pick.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, it's not accidentally. When Pickle faps to Trippy's tits, it's with
Trippy,
pure
peel
utter
up your shirt real
purpose.
quick. I want to see if you got hair on your tits.
That could be Vamp
Okay.
too.
It depends on how close the shot is. You could justifiably mistake, like, if it's just the one boob, you could justifiabably mistake it. But unless he shaves his whole
Is
chest,
that what you're talking about?
there's no way to 100% mistake
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
Ichabod, look.
Snapchat
Ichabod.
filters and lighting
Ichabod.
do a lot of meh.
Look at the hangout, man.
Yeah, no, but you'd have to
Just,
shave the hair, because if you don't shave the hair, you know
Trippy,
that
keep talking as you're showing off your titties.
See what I learned in the school was. Somebody donate Doc $5 for this.
God.
I'm slouching, guys. I swear.
You have
I'm
a
fat.
weirdly effeminate chest, dude.
Yeah, oh well.
That's what I was saying.
All right,
The hair is
Trippy.
definitely a blatant indicator, but no, if he shaved his whole chest, you could do it.
Trippy, kill, marry, fucking date. You cannot choose me or Doc or yourself.
Well, it leaves Pickle. Who's not picking Mr. LM? You gotta marry Mr. LM. He's got the game plans. I'll have to kill Mask and fuck Ichabod. There we go.
He's all
What's his
about
name?
that
Ichabod.
furry yif
Wait,
life.
what's your name again? Citrus.
Yeah, Ichabod work.
I was just making sure.
And
Yeah,
so
I know.
Go
you're
off camera here, guys.
He's all about that yiffy life.
And so you're dating Pickle?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I will go and I will hang out outside while Pickle's working. And then as he's working, I'll pass him pipes through the window.
That works.
To be perfectly honest, Pickle has the best access to fluffy, cute critters out of all of us.
Hopefully not to fuck.
By the way,
I'm sorry, just because you're a furry and you roll that way, I'm a furry, I don't roll that way. Okay,
Don't
bud?
fuck the animals, LM.
by
I don't.
the
I
way,
hit the space bar and it turned off.
I'm
the
all
camera.
about the
hold
belly
on.
rubs.
Hey, shut
Yes.
up,
Yes.
please. Hi, Addie in the chat, and welcome back into the chat, Tennessee Marine.
Good
Oh, what,
morning,
did you
Eddie.
just get lazy and not fucking go to bed?
Maybe.
Damn it.
I'm up till 4:41 in the morning listening to Heart and
All right.
making sets for my show.
I have to jet.
Oh shit! So he's jerking off.
Take it
Well,
easy,
thanks for
Ichabod.
joining us, Ichabod.
Please,
It's always a
well.
pleasure.
Ichabod, please do show.
Oh, well, I'm doing the first episode of Ichabod tomorrow.
Ooh.
By the way, have you talked to Miss Steam about that?
Ichabod?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to her about it.
Okay, because last night she didn't know, and she's like, "Wait a minute, he didn't ask me," and I'm like, "Yet."
Yeah, no, I totally talked to her about it. Tomorrow's the first episode, which we're gonna have Patchwork Heart on for. So that should be interesting. But yeah, no, that's tomorrow, probably about 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, because that's the time she has available to come on and do the show.
Is that like 2:00 real people time?
I don't know. Central Standard is usually people time.
Yeah, real people time.
Yeah, because we're in the middle.
No, it's Eastern.
No, Eastern
No,
is
nobody cares about
fucking.
Eastern.
PST, motherfucker.
Is Eastern towards California? No, Eastern's the other way.
Sandwich.
So you're like drunk people time.
Kind of.
So, Ichabod, I'm going to say something that's going to be hard for you to hear, but they call your states flyover states for a reason. They don't matter.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of you whimpering at the sound of Cadunt in a corset.
Yeah, I did get dumped out.
Thank you. Thank you for that being my lead out. All right, Coon Vanish.
Coon Vanish.
Yes.
More like Poon Vanish.
Coon Vanish. It's a thing.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay,
I
but when does the smoke pellet come in?
Kiddo, were you there the night when I stuck my tongue out and then Schmeckel goes, "Holy shit, Trip, you got a long tongue."
I think I actually was there for that.
I think you were, yeah. It was an after stream.
Dude,
It might have been the same night I took a shot in front of Schmeckel.
I think I
An
might have
insulin
said the
shot.
same thing, to be perfectly honest.
Did I tell you about that, Doc? I took an insulin shot in front of Schmeckel.
Did he? Is he like squidgy around needles or something?
Well, kind of, but he watched me do it, and I did it in my stomach, and he goes, "Holy shit! I thought it was supposed to go into a vein." I'm like, "It's not supposed to go into a vein. What the fuck? Do you think everything's heroin?" It's
I mean,
absorbed by
that's
fat.
honestly pretty good to know, because I probably would have fucking killed
Not-
somebody.
Yeah, don't put it in a vein. It's not even supposed to
go
go
into
in muscle.
fucking-
It's
yeah.
supposed to go in fat.
Yeah, because it disperses easier that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
well,
it doesn't hurt as much.
Oh, well,
to me.
that's actually pretty nice. Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, if I got diabetes, which is not outside the realm of possibility, I usually have way too much sugar. I'm better now, but I still have too much. If I went down that route, I was like, would I like keep injecting myself or get an insulin pump? Which a friend of mine in fucking school had one, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
No, an insulin pump is it's more trouble than it's worth.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're I used to, when I could afford it, I used to take insulin 3 times a day. Well, every meal you shoot up, and then you shoot up at bedtime, because I've got like 2 different ones. But yeah, it was always just the one thing I couldn't take, because it's okay to stab yourself in the belly with a needle and inject, but I was fucking up my fingertips having to take my blood. You know?
Oh yeah.
I hate doing that.
Yeah. That's what drove me batshit was having to stick myself, because you have to calculate. You know, if you're on like Novolog, you have to take a look and say, okay, well, my blood sugar is this. How many extra mites do I have to add? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like math.
No one likes math. You know
But they
who
give
likes
you a
math?
sliding scale.
Lawyers.
Right. Check this out. You guys want to see the ugliest set, but it's going to be my new one? All right, cool. Check it out. It's going to be very 70s, guys.
Is that shag carpet?
It's going to be.
Good.
All right, let me.
You like my things there? I don't know what the hell to call them.
Why not put a lava lamp? You need to put a lava lamp on the desk.
Oh, the wallpaper's
I
amazing.
probably could. Hold on a minute. I wanted to get rid of the yeah, there was something in the background there. I got a lot of shit in the background because this was one of my sets that I'm redesigning.
You're
This is
thinking
my
about
pot.
putting some sort of coffee table in front of the couch?
I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Oh my!
I'm messing around with all
Oh.
sorts of shit.
I was gonna
Because if you want to know, this is the other one.
say
the other-
the only thing I'd suggest, Trippy, is an ashtray.
Oh yeah, that's gonna definitely be here. I
Reminds
figured-
me a lot of 70s variety shows, like their
Probably-
sets.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. And I'm thinking I'll probably just redraw the Joker character because he could use to be sitting at a different angle. I did most of that freehand, the original little sketch. Like I would when I'm in here and ain't nobody around, you know what I mean? And then I get an idea. Fickles actually kind of watched me do something similar to this. I'll pull up the tools, and you guys probably can't even see me doing it because of Google Hangouts, but you'll see me start drawing probably above the Joker, on the Joker, whatever. And I'll just go like this with the mouse and start drawing stuff, you know? And eventually I'll go back over it and make everything just a little bit better.
What program are you using?
Here's a piece of popcorn. It's called paint.net.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what I've always used. I'm just really, really used to it.
Yeah, I use Paint Shop Pro.
And I'm on a laser mouse, like an old ass laser mouse. It probably should have broken a long time ago, but it hasn't. Check this out. It's gonna be a dick. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that on Doc's show. It kind of came out anyway. I did draw a piece of popcorn on my own head. All right.
No, the way
Yeah.
I've got my thing set up, you can rarely ever see anything.
Okay, that was for you guys pretty much anyway.
Eh.
A screen
yeah,
shred. I took it
if
down.
you're go-
I'm gone. I disappeared. I'm gonna sit right here.
Well, hey, there you wouldn't have been the first person to draw a dick on this show. Cadunt drew one, and I'm trying to think of who drew one previously. The first person to draw one, but
That's kind of funny.
every time someone brings that up, I just think back to Optic drawing one in Cog's Avatar.
I'll admit I haven't seen much of Morning Decay lately.
This was a while back when he admitted to it, but Cog got real mad at it for a little.
Ow. Okay. When you try to rub the spots out of your eyes, but you keep pushing on your eyes and more spots show up, you should probably not rub your eyes.
Yeah, there should be like a time when you think that, but
I have the same problem, but with itchy eye.
Well, I honestly woke up like a couple mornings ago, and it felt like somebody had poured sand underneath my eyelids. And wifey comes in, there's tears running down her face because the pollen count was just out of this fucking world, and I've never had that problem before. Oh, by the way, good morning, Bearman Prophecy.
Hi, Bearman Prophecy.
Pollen got real bad here last year. Went outside one day. Red car looked like it was painted yellow. There was so much of it.
Okay, well, I think I have a panel question.
Alrighty.
If there was one movie you could completely erase from memory, Mandela effect it right the fuck out, it never existed, what movie would you pick and why? And I'm going to start with Trippy.
oh man, and I was trying to come up with something too. Damn, the one time I'm trying. You know what? For some reason, Drop Dead Fred.
What?
Why?
Because I said it. Because that's why. I can't think of anything except for that, and you know what? Joe Dirt a little bit, but not fully. Like I still kind of like Joe Dirt. I don't know why. Do I get bad taste in movies?
I only like the one line where Joe Dirt gets the dirt kicked in his face, and he's like, I'm cool, and Kid Rock looks at him. He's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. Yeah, exactly.
That's like probably the most believable delivery of dialogue. In that whole
Doc,
movie.
did you know that they made a sequel?
Yes, but I didn't watch it.
Don't do it to yourself. It's a bad idea. You're gonna watch that and you're gonna be like, yeah, I want to erase this.
Well, yeah, you have to automatically cross off the list the Adam Sandler Friends movies. Because Happy Madison hasn't made anything good since what? Wedding Singer?
Probably. Something close to that.
I don't know.
I mean, like everybody likes Billy Madison and Waterboy and shit. Like they got their favorites from there.
I will argue, Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy. That's amazing.
Oh no.
I love that movie. Why, you don't like it, Doc?
No, God no. Yeah, no. Yeah. That's I had to go with the phrase no. I think that works for me best. Mr. LM?
Tremors 6. That way there wouldn't have been a 7th movie, and Tremors could have ended when it was good.
Oh shit!
There are more than one Tremors movie.
Oh yeah,
there is technically.
There's a tillion.
As far as I'm concerned, there is 5 of them, and they had one where it's like an old Western one. That was technically the 4th, and then they had the 5th one, and then they had the most recent ones, which were CGI complete crap, and the most recent one was extremely shitty. But if there wasn't a a sixth one, there wouldn't have been a seventh one. So
You should hit up Anti so you guys can nerd out over
oh
Tremors.
no, we talked about the most recent ones. It's so shit. It's remarkable that it even got funding to be a film. Like,
why? Because the first one, the first one made a lot of money. So of course the movie studios are going to throw cash at it.
Well, okay. I don't want to give complete spoilers. It's not a huge spoiler, but in the seventh movie in particular.
Wait, there's not a seventh movie. There's only 6 of them.
No, there's
didn't they just make one?
There's Tremors 1, there's Tremors 2, Aftershocks, there's Tremors 3, fucking I forget what it's called. Or maybe there is only 6. No, Tremors 3 they go to Mexico. Or no, was that Aftershocks? No, that was Aftershocks. Yeah, I think there is only. So then I would have got rid of the 5th. Whatever. I would have got the one that was after Back to Perfection.
Okay, it's Tremors, Tremors Aftershocks, Tremors Back to Perfection, Tremors The Legend Begins.
Oh no, then after The Legend Begins.
Tremors Bloodlines.
And, yeah, Bloodlines.
And then the last one is Tremors A Cold Day in Hell, which it had Jamie Kennedy. It was going to fail.
No, okay, so A Cold Day...
He was the son.
Okay, so I don't want to give horrible spoilers to these movies. For the 5th one, basically they go to South Africa and immediately like they get every single gun they have confiscated because it's a shitty plot and it's all CGI crap. And then the 6th one, they're trying to set it up in like the snow, but they have so low budget they couldn't even afford to be at a place that had snow. So what they did is they filmed it in the desert, and then they turned the brightness up so bright that it resembled snow slightly. But if you weren't like fucking 60 years old and blind, you'd look at it and be like, that's fucking sand. They're in a desert. And then everything was shit. They had scenes where they were filming airplanes, and there was like 4 different airplanes in one scene, and they're trying to make it out to be the same airplane. And it's just the amount of shit it was is so remarkable that I cannot comprehend how shitty it was.
Can I share something with you, Mr. Owen?
Yes.
Did you know that they were doing that they did actually a Tremors pilot for Netflix?
I know they did one for Sci-Fi, but I didn't know they did it for Netflix.
Yeah, friends of mine actually worked on the graboids for the actual physical prop of the graboids.
Nice.
And they even had a toy line set up for it and everything. They were going to do a massive release. The pilot came through, and they're just like, nah, we don't want to do it anymore. So Netflix just shit canned it. And there was much sadness because that would have been a good job for them. There's some sculpts that I can send you because they sent me pictures of them. And good God, man, I would have bought a graboid toy.
I sure as fuck would have.
It was a pretty awesome setup. But yeah, they were gung ho on it. They were like, we kind of liked the pilot, and then they got like 6 months down the road before they started the scheduling thing. They're just like, yeah, fuck it, we're not going to do it. Just no reason, and that made me sad. Oh, okay. Maskaruken.
So I have a question. Can I pick 2?
Sure.
Okay, the 2 Star Wars sequel films. I pick both of them because if they don't exist, 19 years of my childhood isn't spit on.
Wait, are you talking about the start of the prequel and the start of the after?
The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. I would willingly watch Attack of the Clones 100 times just to have never seen those 2 movies, because the response from the creators and what they did to the lore and the franchise and the entire property as a whole is so crushing to me, because I watched my first Star Wars movie when I was 3. It was A New Hope. It was on a brand new DVD, and I watched it till it could not physically play anymore.
Okay.
I was the super fan. I was as the guy who really wanted to be Luke Skywalker when he grew up. Up and tried as hard as I could. And I'm still a super fan to this day.
Dude.
And to see what they did to my world, my favorite universe in the entirety of fiction, and to see how they respond when we have honest problems with it is crushing.
Well, I can say that, what was it, 77 or 78? I stood in line to watch Star Wars. I still even have well, back in the day, movies that had a big opening actually had what programs. So for $1, I bought the Star Wars program. I still have it, and some of the information is wrong on it, by the way. Yeah, I fell in love with it there, but I was a Star Wars fan, but I was a Star Trek fan too.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way.
Anything sci-fi, I was down with, and of course, I still think Babylon 5 is the greatest space opera ever made. But that's just me.
Yeah, but what modern creations of these 80s and 70s sci-fi properties do is they just take them and they destroy everything they had.
Well, here's the thing with the I don't know, what do you call them? What do you call it afterwards? It's not a prequel. It's just a continuation. That fucking trilogy was not really focusing on anybody in particular. It's just like a lazy eye. It just seemed to drift back and forth between characters, and nobody really gave a shit about anybody. I mean, if Rey would have got a laser blast, or a Tusken Raider would have beat her to death in the first 10 minutes, I'd be like, okay, cool, what's next?
Yeah. But the other thing is, they scrapped a much better pre-written storyline. They could have done Jaina and Jason solo, which was one of the most heartbreaking stories of the entire EU. Was what had to be done there.
Was that done as animated or in book?
That was in books.
Okay.
That is the end of, that is the next to last book of the EU where Luke Skywalker is still alive. They're the new Jedi Order books. That's all about them, their relationship, the Yuzan Vong War, everything that leads up to her having to kill Jason on board his own ship.
Well, you guys,
thanks for the
Force was a lie. The Force was a lie, Doc. The Force was a lie.
Yeah. And then there was also the tertiary character, Ben Skywalker, who's one of the coolest Jedi of all time. I loved him.
I just like the fact that they finally explained it, that when I ejaculate, that's actually my midichlorian count.
That I tolerated. I didn't like it, but I tolerated it. And the only good thing I can say about seeing the prequels is it made the first two. Seeing the sequels is it made the first two prequel movies that much better by comparison.
No, they still sucked.
They still suck, but but I consider them less sucky than I did. And you can't say Revenge of the Sith sucked. Revenge of the Sith was actually a good movie.
Are you saying that it didn't suck because it had the higher ground?
You are a bold one, Doc.
We were brothers!
But yeah, Revenge of the Sith I will always hold was legitimately a good movie.
Well, that's because they brought all the geeks in and said, okay, you're, hi, I'm George Lucas and I have no idea about my franchise, so what is the history? And then they brought guys in there like, well, this is the only way you can really fucking tie it up. They
Yeah.
actually brought
What-
in historians.
You see, they published Lucas's original manuscript as a comic. It was awful.
Well, dude, I read
The writers.
Did you read Splinter in the Mind's Eye?
No, I refuse.
That one fucked the whole Star Wars legacy up.
Oh god, is that the one with the weird jelly creature?
That's the one where they had to go find this super extra forcey gem, and Luke and Leia actually had a romance.
George Lucas, no. But yeah, the thing about George Lucas is he's like Nick Cage. He has to have someone reining him in, or he's gonna mess it up.
Dude, he didn't have a fucking clue. He knew there was a fandom, but he didn't have a fucking clue about the lore. And everybody was taking time and compiling it and putting it together, and he completely ignored them when they started with the prequels.
Yeah. Yeah, like Kathleen Kennedy's dad was the main writer for real Star Wars.
I was going to say, I love George Kennedy.
He was the one who did everything right.
Okay.
George Lucas was the idiot who came up with the idea that all stormtroopers carry lightsabers, and that's the most common form of weapon in the galaxy.
Well, and also his big deal with, everybody has to fight like the samurai with two hands on the sword at all times. And it's like, no, not really, dude. Okay, so Pickle, you have had time to think. Who are you erasing?
Oh, what movie am I erasing? I'm erasing fucking Titanic, because if I ever hear that fucking song for fucking Celine Dion again, I will kill somebody.
Every night in my dreams.
Shut your hole!
I feel you.
Ow. Sorry.
You. Go on.
That's right, brother.
Near, far in the back of a car.
That, and I think the movie was vastly overrated.
I never saw it.
I think it should not have had the box office gross that it did. I respect James Cameron and the matte paintings that he did for Escape from New York. But yeah, calm it down, Jim. Kadant, if you're satisfied with your singing, what movie would you like to erase?
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Thank you.
I did erase that. That's why I didn't think of it.
Why?
It's okay. I'd erased X-Men Origins from my mind. So anyway,
wait a minute. Why?
Dragon Ball, because that thing is, dear gods.
I got something else you can try to erase from your mind.
Oh, I got plenty of things that I want to erase from my mind. Dragon Ball Evolution's one of them.
And look at this frog.
Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue One. Well, after watching Rogue One, dear gods, Force Awakens and Last Jedi were masterpieces.
See, I actually liked Rogue One.
I liked Rogue One too, because that's the only place you'll find an Asian blind gay Jedi.
Well, plus you get that Vader scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they forced that, right? They're just like, this movie is not very good. Wait a minute, let's put Vader in it. People will buy it, and yeah, that scene was kick ass.
No, it was. Admittedly, it was. That scene was really kick-ass. But when it comes to movies, I am a characters and story kind of person.
Well,
and if I can't like the main characters, it's one of the main reasons why like my big sister used to be like, I love the movie Pitch Perfect. I'm like, I mean, sure if you want, but the main character is a cunt, and I don't understand why anybody thinks she's a worthwhile character. And it's the same thing with Rogue fucking One. The main characters, the two main characters, the lead, the main rebellion guy, he's not worth remembering, and then the chick who she's a rebel, she rebels. She's a stupid cunt. He's a dumb twat, and they're both useless, and they're both insulting as Star Wars characters in any way, shape, or form. Fucking Rose had more character development than either of those two did, which is that's the only way I can describe how badly those characters were written. Like, that was and it was so insulting. It was so fucking insulting to me, especially because it felt like a lot of them, they're like, oh, here, wait. We know that we're weak on characters and character development, and we're weak on story because, who wants to watch the fodder story? So here, remember these guys? Remember General Organs or whatever his fucking name is? Remember the CG fucking Tarkin that they shoved in your fucking faces? Oh yeah, remember the guy, the guy. We're watching in 17 different systems. Yeah. Remember that? Go ahead, shove those little cameos in our faces to try and get that nostalgia boner going, so that we don't realize how insulting you are being towards actual Star Wars fans. Now, if you enjoyed it, cool. Like, that's, you enjoyed it. I did not.
It did have Tudyk as the snarky fucking assassin droid.
Okie dokie.
Now, there is enjoyable elements to Rogue One for me.
That's fair. You feel free. For me, I was insulted.
Well, but
for me, I was absolutely insulted with Rogue One. Then again, I'm also insulted by the existence of the 50 Shades of Grey and Twilight films.
Well, but here's the one thought I came out with after seeing Rogue One. And that was, why couldn't everything have been on the same level as the Darth Vader scene?
Yeah.
No shit.
Because Ozzy Osbourne wasn't there.
Yeah. Rogue One could have really benefited from being a low dialogue film. Because that's the scenes where it shined, was where it was just them acting out through character. It should have thrived on atmosphere and actions rather than shoving exposition in your face and cameos from characters from the Clone Wars cartoon.
See, I never watched the cartoon, so there was no relevance there for me. But here's mine, and if you guys know me well enough, you know what I'm going to say. The one that has to die and go away and be forgotten. 2001: A Space Odyssey. What a piece of fucking shit. And I've seen it. I've seen it a few times on different drugs, and it never got any better.
Was that the one with the AI that went shitty or whatever?
I've never seen it.
How 9000.
Oh yeah, that was a really shit movie. I watched it and I was just like, wow, this is really fucking boring.
Well, yeah,
I've never seen
took the middle part of a series of books and decided to make it into its own movie. And they put an horribly artsy director on an already horribly artsy book. It was a bad match.
To be perfectly honest, there are some series out there that you just cannot adapt to film. For example, there's a favorite series of mine, and they're trying to make a first movie in it. The problem with the series is that the first 2 books are complete shit. Not complete shit, but like, they are very slow, they are very boring, and then once you get to the 3rd book, it just takes a completely fucking different turn that is just amazing and beautiful and fucking, it's awesome. But like, if you made the first film, hell, if you made the second film, both of them would bomb in theaters because they are just nothing compared to the 3rd and 4th books. And that's just the thing. You can't properly adapt a series like that. Or you can't properly adapt all book series to film just because the way that some of them are built.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and build on that premise for a panel question. LM, what book series that has not yet been adapted needs to be adapted?
The Legend of Zero series. It's not finished yet, but I don't know. It would be amazing if they could do it and it was a huge budget thing, because it is. I'd highly recommend it to anybody. It's a modern day epic. That being said, I don't know if it'd be like don't meet your heroes type thing or something of the sort. I don't think they'd be able to do it justice, but
Okay.
it's yeah.
Okay. Pickle.
It sucks because a lot of the book series I was big fans of have already been adapted in one form or another. Though I think they need to do a better fucking try at the Dark Tower series.
They didn't even try with the Dark Tower series. They just fucking crashed and burned it.
Don't get me wrong. I like McConaughey. Idris Elba's great. What the fuck did they do with that movie?
Oh yeah, that movie was surprisingly shit considering the actors who were in it.
Well, and they basically they reshot over 40% of it. I mean, they basically doubled the fucking budget with reshoots.
Well, and then they like combine like the first and parts of the second book.
Well, and when you try to make a series, or when you try to make movies out of a series where it has a bad ending anyway, I mean, the whole cyclical ending of the whole book series was like, what the fuck, Stephen King? Did that truck hit you that hard that you can't write an ending to a damn story? Because technically, he didn't. Well, not technically.
I would have put, if it was me, I would have just put, and then the book ended, guys. It's a good ending.
I used to when I was a dungeon master, I used to start out every game with, okay, everybody roll a die, and they roll a die, and I go, okay, everybody dies, go home.
Yay.
We're done. Let's start drinking. So, Trippy.
What was the question?
What book series that has not been adapted yet would you like to see in the movies?
I haven't read a book since like Goosebumps. I'm sorry. I don't think I could answer that in all seriousness. I don't know.
Well, Trippy, when I ask this question, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, how well can you read?
Pretty fucking well. I mean, I'm on the internet all the time. I got to do a lot of fucking reading.
I'm gonna have to send you money for books.
Yeah, well, I can read books.
Well, to get good books.
I just don't have books. Okay, I grew up in a ghetto. All right. The best thing that we had was once a year the Scholastic truck would show up.
Yes.
And we could go out there and get like 6 books.
To be fair, the Scholastic truck was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, Bookmobile rocked, man. That's how I got to read Encyclopedia Brown.
And yeah, most people would just grab whatever was there. And by the time I got there, because I've always kind of like sleeping in late.
Oh no, man! The Bookmobile would show up like every 2 weeks. It rolled down into the projects, and it would sit there for like 3 hours. And there's a lot of people who just wouldn't come up to it because they thought it was like, ice.
I'm just saying I always got crap.
Yeah, they thought it was Ice Cream Man or something. And they'd come up and notice that it was books. And they'd be like, and go away. But man, I was there. Turning in the old ones and getting some more.
I wonder if they still do that.
I don't know. I know. I know in my town a Bookmobile does exist, but
so they do it. Damn it!
There's never any press about it.
Every time somebody's been saying they do exist lately, I keep thinking of that stupid M&M's commercial for Christmas time, where the M&Ms walk into the room and they're like, he does exist, and he goes, they do
They do
exist,
exist.
and then he blacks out. I always fucking think about that every time somebody says they do exist.
Well, I mean, I can't disagree. I like blacking out every so often. Okay, Mask?
So, around 2000 something, Marvel published a book called Marvels, and it's a movie that could only be made now that Disney owns all the rights to all the characters. But it's basically a regular guy. It starts with the first Marvel hero to ever show up, and it ends during the mutant crisis. Now, it'd be a hard movie to get made because the character is really racist against mutants, the main character, and he is overtly so. Oh, because he is a regular guy in the Marvel universe. He reflects everything. He was there when they stormed Normandy with Captain America. He was the guy who threw the brick at Iceman. It's a movie that could only be made today, but won't be because of the main character.
What's the name of the character?
Hitler.
His name is like either Joe or James or something.
I think Hitler was actually the main character of a storyline back in Marvel's days.
News photographer Bill Sheldon.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. He's got 2 daughters and a wife. He's average American.
And there's apparently a young J. Jonah Jameson in it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
There's a lot of characters appear in their younger forms.
So basically, it's the perspective of a normie.
Yeah, it's a normie living in a world of wonders.
Yeah, I might like to read that sometime.
It's a great book. It's got Alex Ross's art, which is that hand-painted, beautiful style.
Yeah, but Alex Ross is such a dick. He is a total dick. I've met him more than once. He's a shithead.
He's the absolute worst, but his art is... It's just so good.
Oh, yeah? Well, Hitler was good at basket weaving. That doesn't make him a good guy.
Yeah, the book is worth it for the art and the writing.
The only thing I really liked from Alex Ross was Kingdom Come.
Yeah, it's drawn a lot like Kingdom Come. And Kurt Busiek is writing it, so
I just like
it was the vets of the Golden Age writing a book about the Golden Age.
Kadant, I'm sure that you have more than one thought on this.
What's the question?
God damn it. Any book series that has not already been turned into a movie, what would you like to see become a movie?
Dragon Riders of Pern.
Ooh, Anne McCaffrey.
She was my favorite author, like when I was little, and I actually, the only reason why I'm choosing her is because the only other movie, like books that I would love to, well, there's 2 more series, 3, 4, a few. So, but one of them would be Isaac Asimov's Foundation trilogy.
Oh.
Which has not been touched yet, though many of Isaac Asimov's other books have. But I really loved his Foundation trilogy. I love the Dresden Files. They attempted to turn that into a TV series. It failed miserably. And I also like Dark Hunters by Sherilyn Kenyon, and I like the Anita Blake series by Laurel K. Hamilton. There's the House of Night books, which I have like a special place in my heart for, due to younglings that enjoy those books, and it's something we connected on together. I'm trying to think on what else, because there was like an entire list of my head at one point of like, oh yeah, I would love to see this in a movie. Oh yeah, I would totally like watch this trilogy. Oh yeah, I would definitely watch this movie, like that kind of thing. So, but number one, especially after they've done so well with the CG of the dragons on Game of Thrones, I would love Dragon Riders of Pern.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'm not gonna say I read it when it came out, but I read it in like the early '80s.
I read.
I would like to see, as far as fantasy goes, I'd love to see him adapt Piers Anthony's The Blue Adept. The Blue Adept series was pretty fucking awesome.
For fantasy, The Wheel of Time is also probably a great venture.
Wait a minute, Robert Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh God, he's a cock. He's as bad as George R.R. Martin.
He's dead.
It doesn't make him any less of a cock. Hitler's dead, and he was a cock. Trippy just makes me keep going back to Hitler. Shame on him for leaving.
Yeah, it would be a good series to adapt. It would just take so many movies because those books are so dense.
I used to have a signed copy of the first print of the hardbound edition, but there's a friend of mine who had a real boner for it, so I gave it to her, and she's happy. It's part of her collection forever and ever and ever. It's funny, my first wife used to be a book buyer, and so she'd get to go to all these conventions and walk around, and she met Richard Bachman. Now, for those of you in the chat that don't know, Richard Bachman was the pen name for Stephen King. For shit that he wanted to release to see if he was still a good writer, he would release stuff under Richard Bachman to see if it got any play. And she actually met Richard Bachman, and it was not Stephen King. It was somebody that they had hired to be Richard Bachman. This was like some 6-foot-tall, blonde-haired guy. So she's got an autograph from Richard Bachman, which we have no fucking idea who that was. And then it came out.
That's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah, she's got an autograph from a fake Richard Bachman. That's it. The who never existed in the first place.
I read at least one of his books. I can't remember which one was his and which it was the one where the one book was King, the other one was Bachman. I want to say it was Desperation was the Bachman one.
Yeah, and Regulators was King.
Yes, really good books.
I'm just gonna say it that I never thought Stephen King was that great. Like, he's definitely talented, but he's not everything we make him out to be.
It depends on the book. It really does.
Well, because he's prolific, for sure.
They make him out to be this great author who can do no wrong, but he has like twice as many stinkers as he has hits.
Oh, dude. Clive Barker kicks his ass without a problem. And if there's any other that I'd like to see adapted, would be adapting Clive Barker's Great and Secret Show. Because he ended up, I can't think of what the other two names of the books were, but goddamn were they imaginative. And it doesn't make a difference if he throws gay sex in occasionally. It doesn't distract from the story. Don?
Yes.
What do you think about gay sex distracting from the story?
Gay sex doesn't distract from the story as long as it's put in there, for like, just like sex doesn't distract from a story. Gay, straight, doesn't matter. Sex does not distract from a story. as long as it's still something part of the story. Now, if you're going to shove gay sex in there, like just a random gay sex scene, it's random, it's stupid. Why are you throwing that in there? What? To be like, oh, look, see, gay. Ha, bonus points. No, don't do that. Anything that is pertaining to any part of a story, because it could be about a guy who's struggling with feelings, and I've written a short story like this, but struggling with feelings that he has for a man, and then all of a sudden it leads to gay sex, boom, that's part of the story. But if it's just like a guy who's out and blah blah, blah, like, you know, he's just living in his everyday life, and all of a sudden gay sex scene, oh, this guy's gay. Okay, like, it doesn't have to be the sex scene, like, whatever.
So in other words, don't do like the end of It.
The end of It?
Yeah, you know what happens at the end of the It book, right?
You're a big cosmic space spider.
No, not that. The literal child orgy.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think technically it was a child train, but...
Yeah. Oh, shit. Trippy said, you want me to invite gaming? It's like, well, wait a minute. Gaming has the link. Good God. Unless he dropped out of the super secret. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to mention names. No, he's still in there. If he wants to come in, he certainly can. Yeah, there are some writers that are a little bit overrated. I kind of get frustrated at Stephen King, because you can tell when he just loses the umph in the story, and he's like, fuck it, let's just write it to end it. Like, The Stand was really good until you got to the end. And it's just like Trash Can Man walks into Vegas with a nuke, and all of a sudden the hand of God comes out. It's like, really? There was really no actual fight. It was just hand of God shows up and destroys Vegas. Oh, great, thanks. By the way, spoilers. Oh, okay, yeah. Suit Yourself brings up that it's not that the they came out with a 6-disc set for Tremors, but they didn't include the sci-fi TV series, so it's not a complete collection. Yeah. Then again, all the zombie movies that they did, back to back, including Zombie 4, where the birds actually became zombie birds and started pecking people, and then because they got infected by the birds, they became zombies.
That's stupid on a whole nother level that I cannot comprehend.
Yeah. By the way, we're at the 5:30 mark.
Yeah, Schiller time, I say.
Yeah, I think so. I've got the kaleidoscope going in my eyeballs at this point. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some Schillery. We'll start with Mr. LM.
I ain't got much to shill. Basically, everyone in the stream does pretty good shit. So subscribe to them. I'm pretty sure everybody here has a channel. I don't put out shit. I don't really do shit. You might catch me on the occasional Addy stream or whatnot. But I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their morning, and you all sleep wonderfully.
Oh, Dan S. says in the chat, King is also like Nick Cage. Well, except for the reason why Nick Cage was doing a shit ton of really, really bad movies is because he was millions of dollars in debt to the IRS. So he essentially took any part that came his way. Yeah, I'll do that. That was the response of Nick Cage. Musk Hyrukin.
I don't have anything to shill. Watch more Doc. There you go. That's my show. Watch Doc more.
As long as you're not watching from across the street in the bushes. There's been problems.
It's just me.
That's all right. That's okay. It's going to be all right. Just close your eyes. Think of ice cream. Full Metal Pickle.
I'm the Full Metal Pickle. You can find me over at the Full Metal Pickle channel, where I bullshit about music every Tuesday on That Sounding Board Show with myself and Trippy.
Yay!
Woo.
I come watch that. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. He does.
Kadant, I'm sure there are many things that you would like to show.
www.streamlabs.com/DocGriffin.
That's not something you can actually watch, but
You can find that link in the description below.
as well as Kadant's Twitter and YouTube.
Nope, I don't do. Nope,
They exist. They're a thing.
nope.
They do.
No.
I would not kid you. Let's see. I guess I got to do mine. Yeah. Goddamn. I need to eat more popsicles because I got dizzy. Of course, we do no context tweets here, and that's referenced down in the descriptor. So if you ever want to follow what we're showing, not just what we're saying. Dan asked if you could do twat pockets one more time.
Twat pockets.
That's only if you want a hot meal without a big deal. What are you gonna pick? Twat pockets. I do also have a Streamlabs down there. The boss battle, completion of day 1 is a viable ninja. Will he be able to join the Hall of the Immortals? Even though he keeps bragging that it would be funny that if, and these are his words, if a Kumatard will actually join the Hall of the Immortals. Actually, I think that would be good trolling, but we'll see if he can make it the 9 days. I've also got a Patreon too. There's a TeePublic store down there as well, if you're looking for the finest in bootleg Medicare merchandise. See how much energy and effort that I put into that? But I will say, please join me tomorrow. Because I will be having on I'll call him a legend. A legendary wrestler. If you can name the major promotion, he wrestled for it. So we'll be having on Southern Tracy Smothers. For a sit down, a nice talk, and I can't wait to hear some road stories. It's one of my favorite things to talk to wrestlers about. And he is legitimate, by the way. But then again, anybody who's wrestled for the WCW, WWF, TNA, ECW, he even did a little stint with Raw, I believe. That's a pedigree. So I would like to thank everybody who showed up on the stream this evening, and that includes Mr. Daniel Franklin, formerly known as the Tennessee Marine, the Politipod, Mask Harukin, Full Metal Pickle, Ichabod Orange, Mr. LM002, and Trippy Poop. But of course, the show is only as fun as our chat helps to make it. And I certainly do thank everybody who showed up, who contributed in the chat. And yes, even those who shitposted in the chat, we're completely okay with you. If you can't sleep, feel free. Stop back. Hopefully, we'll put you down in a very humanitarian way. So for everyone who appeared on the stream, for everyone who was in the chat, I'd like to thank you all for coming out this evening. And from my mystical, magical, malevolent, magnificent, and another M word that I can't think of. Machiavellian? Yeah, let's go with that. My co-host Kadot and myself, Doc Griffin. I'd like to thank you all for coming out, and if you would please just do me one favor, and leave the money on the dresser. Bye.